No more introvert. But this is such an essential skill that every entrepreneur needs to learn. Whether you are working behind the scene or in front, pitching. So, we're running a competition. We are giving away a grand prize of 50,000 rand. Kinginyani? Abona le smiling kare mara 50 sbula. Come on guys, we're giving away a grand prize of 50,000 rand. 50,000 rand. Yeah? We did it, Katlehong. We did it, Oliven. We did it, Mlazi. We did it in Khayelitsha. We're doing it today, right here, in your township. Go Hammanskraal. Yeah? So, Davidson as well. My goodness. Pitching. I just want to run you through the process really too, because we're not just here to tell you that it's important. And then you do it and you're saying, but how do I do it? What is it that my pitch must answer? A few days before the event, we send out an invitation. I see some of our finalists are here. We're looking forward to their pitching. So we send out the invitation. And we say to you, do a 1-minute pitch about your business, what does it do, and why you deserve to pitch for the grand prize. We then look at it, and then we ask you to send certain documents, and then we select top 6 to pitch for the grand prize today. And our top 6 is here. I must mention this. Should you win today, you will participate in a 12-month mentorship program that will also require monthly mentoring and evaluation. So we don't just want to give you the cash and then I blew it. We need to mentor to make sure that you use the cash effectively. The grand prize of 50,000 is a blend of 50% cash and 50% business support. The cash portion will be transferred into your Nedbank Startup Bundle account. That's where the money is going. All right. So, let's get to it. Can we have the screens? Our screens, can we have the screens? All right. So, please write this down. Please write this down. As you are pitching your business, let's write this. I've always said as well, like, Bafet, if wakona shela, wakona pitch. Upitcha kushela. Yeah, good man, kushela. 4 questions. Question number 1. What problem are you solving? What problem are you solving? Question number 2. What is your unique selling point? So what's so different about what you are selling or what you're providing? Man who are in manufacturing, who are selling. What's different about your chicken or your product? What sets you apart? Your unique selling point. Why must we buy from you? Right? Question number 3. What's your story? We connect with stories, yeah? Why did you start this business? You have 1 minute. And you've spent the first 30 seconds telling us about how we can get in touch with you. Question number 1. What problem are you solving? Question number 2. What's your unique selling point? What is called a USP? Question number 3. What's your story? Question number 4. What do you need? What do you need? You've pitched. You've told me about your product. So, what do you need? Must we buy? Must we share? Must we sell? Yeah? Those 4 questions. We've got them. What problem are you solving? What's your unique selling point? What's your story? What do you need? I was watching a lot of the pictures, and one thing that comes out is you want to help the youth, which is great. But you are in business, my bra, you are in business to make money. So what's your business model? How do you make money? How do you make money? Because if I'm going to put money, I must see how you're making money. That's the first question. What's your business model? How do you make money? It's got to make sense, right? We are in business to make money. You are in business. I had to decide, am I running an NPO or a business? 5 critical questions. Is that helpful? Is that helpful? So when they ask you, or maybe you are in an elevator, or you meet a potential investor, can I straight to go tabing, man? No hot man, man, time gone. Time gone. Can I straight to go tabing? What problem are you solving? What's your unique selling point? What's your story? What do you need? How do you make money? Simple. Structure. Are we together? Happy? Online audience, look, you are with us, we are with you. Here's an opportunity as well. You're lucky because now you get to pitch your business, but you are not here. Pitch it. Tell us who you are, what you do, what your business is about. The opportunity is there for you. We're going to have our 6th finalists to come and pitch their businesses. All right. Are we ready? It's lovely, you know, because some of you in the other places that we went to, like you come with family and everyone, it's like support. Like we are, which is fantastic. All right, our top 6 finalists. They will come up. We'll give them 2 minutes. They'll pitch their business. And then we've got judges that will decide who the winner is. It's transparent. These judges don't know the people who are pitching. Let's show them some love. Our first pitcher is Tato Nambo from BGP Steel and Manufacturing. Tato, are you here? Tato is with us. Please, can we put our hands together for Tato? So, come on, guys. Tato, BGP Steel and Manufacturing. This is Tato Nambo. So what we're going to do is count down. 3, 2, 1, and then your time starts. Harry, 2 minutes, my bra. Mike, over. Okay, so wait for us to give you the 1, and then we go.
Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. Now go. Let's show some love. Let's get the energy up in here. Amen. 3, 2, 1. Action.
Greetings to you all. I'm Tato Nambo. I'm the part owner of BGP Steel and Manufacturing. BGP Steel helps you get quality, used and new fabricated material and also quality hardware material by just giving us a call, a visit, or a DM on our social media platforms. We are based in Temba, Hammanskraal, Unit 7B at Gogwadi Street. My African people lose tons of money each year due to house renovations. The cause of this is using low quality building materials. BGP, this results in loss in lives and also loss in money. BGP Steel is aspired to inform our African people. We are aspired to provide quality fabricated works and also quality building materials. We are still operating at my parents' backyard, so our business is growing exponentially. What we need right now is space. The space is limiting us to introduce new products into our stock. BGP Steel is aspired to build Africa. We are aspired to be the go-to stop hardware that natures for all democratic BGP Steel is aspired to be the goal to end hardware. We are aspired to build Africa. We are aspired to... All right. We are aspired to build Africa. BGP Steel is aspired to be the growth of the black people in our community. We are aspired to be there through your progress. Whether you are building a shack or building a brick house, we are going to supply you with quality building materials. Araheng Africa Moho. I thank you.
Thank you so much. Please can we put our hands together one more time for Tato? Incredible what they're doing. BGP Steel and Manufacturing. All right, next up we have Keletso from Password Kid. Keletso from Password Kid. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's put our hands together for Keletso. Right, our second picture. Let's go. And in 3, 2, 1, action.
Hello everyone, my name is Keletso Legwagwe and I'm from a child safety company called Password Kid. So it is reported that there are around 1.2 million children trafficked every single year in South Africa alone, which most of them have been stolen from primary schools and ECD centers by strangers pretending to be parents or pretending to be sent by parents. So the solution to the problem is the Password Kid mobile app. Whereby using our Password Kid app, parents can simply delegate people to go and collect their child at school on their behalf in case the parent is not available. So the person will then have to go to the school admin will then have to verify that particular person using our Password Kid app installed inside the school premises. If all the details have been confirmed and verified, the parent will then get to receive a notification that has the collector's details, the date, the time, and the location. So in a nutshell, every time the child enters or leaves the school premises, the parent gets to receive a notification. So the people who are able to collect the child are either scholar transport drivers or any community member who's willing to make an extra money for themselves by just picking up the child from school at the same time doing good into the community. So how we make our money is that we take our fair cut from the money that the parent will be paying to the person who's going to collect the child. So just for a bit of milestones, you have been featured in a few radio stations across the country, engaging with parents and school owners. We have managed to secure a few partnerships with companies that operate within the educational sector, and we are the current winners of Uber Tech for Safety. For the fires the team is concerned, there's myself and my co-founder, which we are both software developers by profession and very passionate entrepreneurs. We are quite aware that we are building a very sensitive problem, so I'm urging with every last one of you to please come on board and help us save our children. Thank you for listening.
Hey, power, power, power. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Keletso from Password Kid. Innovative, man. I was saying to him as he was coming on, like they need to create an app as well. Elatang ba to go to tavern, cause ba lahle about how to leba khutele kontlung. No, but come on, that's a problem. Okay. Powerful. Thank you so much, my brother, and well done. Innovative. Not out in the burbs. Right here, Kokasi. Right here, Hammanskraal. Our third picture is Lulama from Lulama Chauke. Sorry, I struggle. Oh, man. Lulama, man. All right, I really struggle to pronounce the company name. You'll pronounce it? Shikete. Because when I saw it, I thought Zekete, but it's the way it's spelled here. Okay. So it's Shikete Office Supplies and Projects. Doing crazy work, amazing work. You'll hear from him. He's our third picture. Please let's put our hands together for Lulama Chauke. Come on, we can do more. We can do better. We can do better. This is our third picture. Just wait for us. All right, I'm not sure. Hold that for you. No, it's fine. I'll just pick it up. Yeah. All right, and in 3, 2, 1, action.
Good morning, everyone. We have come up with an idea. Your rubbish. This is shredded paper. We have created our own book using that. right? So basically the idea came from, we buy from distributors and sell to the market. And we don't have a competitive advantage over that. So what we have started now doing is partnering with mills where we can buy recycled paper, and with your help, and I'm pitching basically to investors and potential partners to help us build an eco-friendly manufacturing facility. We have 2 sites that we have secured, one in Babelegi, our rotting plant, which used to be economically, saving our local businesses, but now it's doing terribly. So now we aim to build a facility where we're going to manufacture, also employing local people and professionals. The business is divided into 2. There's manufacturing and there's also design, where our products will be your basic stationery, marketing collateral, and in terms of the stationery part, we have 2 sections. There's also schools stationery and filing materials using recycled paper. So we have started with our own book, where we aim to sell it to schools. This, if you look at normal books, it will be just a brown paper book. So this is colorful, where private schools can, put their logos on it, information on it, and which gives them a better competitive advantage.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Lulama Chauke. It's incredible what he's doing. Yo, it's incredible, my man. Like, I can just see your business going places. Ya tla ona tse dikolo hape di a bula bo bundle of joy ba batla di book. La tsama ke di line ke a supplier right here. Thank you so much, my brother. All right. Number 4, Tsakani Baloyi from Chivete, Panel Beat and Respray. Let's put our hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for Tsakani Baloyi. Yes, girl. Guys, let's put our hands together. Come on, show some love. Male-dominated industry, and she's in it, and she's doing it. Tsakani, wait for us, yeah?
Good morning, good people.
3, 2, 1, action.
I'm also an introvert. Anyway, my name is Tsakani Baloyi, founder and CEO at Chivete Panel Beat and Respray. Our company was registered in 2020, and it's a 100% female-owned panel beating company. We fall under the automotive industry, and what we do is that we repair vehicles back to their factory state after accident. And what set us apart is that we are mission-driven. We offer professional services and also quality. Like, quality is the number 1. And another thing is that our target market are the vehicle insurance companies, the vehicle owners, the vehicle companies, yes, and the government as well. And recently we have partnered with the AIDC and the West Bank RT46, the government fleet. And with the 50,000 that I'm gonna win, I'm gonna buy a generator because we live in the load shedding times. A compressor, a toolbox, a den puller. Yes, that's all. And my company is based in Soshanguve, Extension 13. Well, I saw some cars with dents and scratches. You are welcome for free quotations. Thank you. Thank you so much.
As for introvert, why did the introvert the punchline saying Baushape? Are you are open for free quotations? No, free service. It's powerful, it's incredible. Male-dominated industry. And I had the privilege of watching her pitch. It's not an idea, like the work that they do is incredible. I saw one car that came in, it's like a pimp my ride, but yakokasi. Congratulations and well done, Tsakane. All right, we have 2 more to go. Next up, Mpo Bukaba from Bukaba Holdings. Are you here? Okay, so Lale Mpo, Lale Dike lady, right? From Bukaba Holdings. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's put our hands together for Bukaba Holdings. You're my sister. The stage is yours. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, you're just there for the support? Okay. They are partners. All right, okay. So this is Bukaba Holdings. Please wait for us to give you the 3, 2, 1. All right, 2 more to go. And in 3, 2, 1, action.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Dikeledi Bukaba, and I'm accompanied by my co-founder, business partner, Mpo Bukaba. We are from a company called Bukaba Holdings, which is a manufacturing company established in 2019 at Atteridgeville. We have 2 ranges available, which is Star Cleaner detergents as well as Dimpo skincare. The company was established in 2019, which was doing very well just before COVID hit, and we couldn't get back into business until 2020, beginning of late 2020. That's when we started funding our own business and getting back into business. Our focus is on assisting South Africans to have access to cleaning products that will keep their homes and spaces hygienically clean, be it your private home or your office space, as well as helping provide with skincare products that are effective in rejuvenating and healing underlying skin conditions. Bukaba is steadily growing as we have recently employed 2 permanent employees and opened up a walk-in store at Atteridgeville for Star Cleaner. What we would do with the money is introduce more products, both on Star Cleaner detergents and Dimpo skincare, as well as mass produce for the cash and carries that have agreed to partner with us in having our products shelved with them. With this said, we would need to employ more people with assisting us with production and meet our increasing demand. Mass production will help us to minimize our costs and increase our profit margins. We would need the money we will use to buy equipment and manufacturing machines, and that is very vital in our growth because we are currently co-manufacturing with other manufacturers in a working space. Thank you.
All right, one more time. That was Bukaba Holdings. Kuparaba Shapeling Matsoho. Guys, you should have done it the way you did it in the page, man. Because the guy would start, and then the lady would look at the guy, and be like, yeah. You should have seen the page. I'm telling you. Amazing. So, let's quickly go online. We're still on time. There's just some comments I want to read, because our online audience is with us. Okay, Bongo Muso, thank you so much for tuning in, my brother. Great work, Lulama. Emmanuel says, Mr. Chauke, politely presentation. Lynn Mash says the second picture was fire. Who was the second picture? Barry, you were fire. There's more coming in. Once again, online audience, the platform is there. You pitch your business. You tell us who you are, where you're from, what your business is about. The platform is there for you. We're moving on to our last picture. Monkey from Bread Express Bakery. Monkey, are you here? She's with us. Please can we put our hands together for Monkey from Bread Express Bakery. If you don't clap, I never leave a borot. This is Monkey from Bread Express Bakery. Sorry, my sister. Sorry.
Thank you.
All right. This is our last one. Save the best for last. And in 3, 2, 1, action.
Hi, my name is Monkey Mukadi Jikumlambo. I'm the owner and the founder of Bread Express Bakery. The bakery is located in Matibestad, Riverside section. It falls under Moretele. The bakery started in 2020. I started selling on the streets, scones and magunya, to accumulate more money to get bigger equipment. And in 2021, December 24, that's when I started operating with a 2-deck stove. Currently, I'm producing 350 loaves per day using a 2-deck stove. So the bakery produces 350 loaves. That is for bulk supplying, and for the community, I'm only producing 150. We also produce scones, buns, rolls, and other confectionery items. The biggest challenge now that I'm having is load shedding. So the money would go, if I win this would go to purchasing a generator or a gas stove. What are the challenges that I'm having? Challenges is inventory, stock, because when I started this bakery, I only started with 1,000 stock. It was a donation from my grandmother. So it was really difficult for me to start this. But we soldier on. Yes, and what are the goals that I have for this is to reduce out-of-stock items, to improve sales, financial management processes and operations, and also running the out-of-stock inventory. I thank you. And our bakery prefers perfection. That's our motto. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Congratulations. Just in time. All right, that was Monkey from Bread Express Bakery. Did we enjoy? Yes. Who's walking away with the grand prize? We shall wait and see. Right, before I bring on our next speaker, I want to say a big welcome as well to those of you who've just joined us on my left-hand side. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to tea. You're welcome. You're at home. We're going to have a good time. And welcome them. And every single one of you has just joined us. Next up, we have Lizzie. Mam Lizzie Mohale, Managing Executive Insights and Advisory, Nedbank Retail and Business Banking. She's with us. She is the Managing Executive for Insights and Advisory at Nedbank Retail and Business Banking, where one of the key focus areas is helping the bank find growth opportunities to create a sustainable and competitive business. In her executive role, Lizzie has oversight of strategic projects that seek to unlock growth and deliver value in underdeserved and underserved markets such as South Africa's vitality important township economy. She's been with us on the journey. She's with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, over 22 years of experience across multiple industries and multinationals, banking, risk consulting, tax, consumer research, a powerhouse in the building with us. Let's put our hands together for Lizzie Mohale, Managing Executive Insights and Advisory, Nedbank Retail and Business Banking.
Thank you so much, Butuam Dumelang. Sanbonani Lekai. That intro is my team. Now I don't know what they're talking about. As they said, I'm Lizzie Morale. I'm a young girl born and bred in Limpopo, Polokwane, Fluop. And found myself in Joburg looking for the gold. And this is where we are. So it's such a privilege and an honor to be here today, to spend time on the ground. To wake up on a Saturday when you're supposed to not be working, and you wake up and you are excited, and you like, you know what? At NetBank we go by, be the difference that impacts the world. And for me, this is my part of being the difference that impacts the world. So really, really an honor and a privilege to be here. The partnership with T, it's just really been amazing. One of the key things that we pride ourselves as a bank is that when we get into partnerships, we talk about triple benefit. What's the benefit for the client? That's what we ask ourselves. What's the benefit for the partner? And what's the benefit for NetBank? And for us, this partnership was like marriage made in heaven. Because you sit and you're like, what's the benefit for the clients? It's you guys, people with ideas, people who are out there hustling, making money. You just listen to these pitches and you're like, oh my word, the future of South Africa is bright. And that for us, we challenge ourselves to say, as a bank, how do we create a platform to make sure that we help your businesses to grow, to make sure that we connect you with other entrepreneurs, to make sure that we give you, platforms and stages to be able to showcase your businesses, to showcase what you need to do. Because we're quite clear to say, as a bank, we cannot prosper in a society that's not prospering. And it's our responsibility as a bank to make sure that we work together with the communities to make sure that the communities are prospering. Then you ask yourself, what's the benefit for T, right? What T is doing, it's saying, you have something, we have something, others have something, let's bring all of us together and connect and engage. And I like what Ubulelane always says, to say, the people next to you, they could actually be CEOs of multinationals tomorrow. Connect. Never undermine the person sitting next to you. Get their numbers, connect, meet for coffee. We always talk about, there's no such a thing as competition. We start thinking differently. Say, I may be selling Magunya, you may be selling Magunya. Then maybe we start talking around, okay, what time is the traffic? Maybe you can sell in the morning. Maybe you can sell in the afternoon. Let's learn to create space for one another. Because in communities, we are not here to compete. We are here to build one another. And that, for me, I think, leverage the sessions by T, where you come, you connect with other entrepreneurs, you get sharpened. As iron sharpens iron. You are all here, we're sharpening each other, we are identifying each other. And for us as a bank, I've already said, we cannot prosper as a bank in a community, in a society that's not prospering. And our challenge is, if you look at the papers for NetBank, we say we are financial experts who do good. You guys trust us with your money. I get you take your money, you bring it to the bank as deposit. Then we take your money and we start looking and say, okay, which business is worthy for us to lend the money to help them to grow so that they pay us back, so that we take the money back to the person who trusted us with the money. That's basically how it works. So when you are not paying your loan at the bank, guys, it's someone else's money who might be sitting next to you. Because we've taken that money and said to them, we'll keep it safe for you. We'll put interest rate to it. We will borrow it to someone who needs it to grow or to do something, to get education, to grow their business, or to extend their house. They will pay us back with some interest. We get a piece of the interest. We give you your money back with the interest. That's simply what banking is all about. So my plea today is, as we embark on this journey, like they've already said, we've done around 7 townships now. We still have 2 more to do this year, then next year we'll do the rest. We're doing nationwide. We're doing nationwide. This is going nationwide. Each province is going, even Northern Cape. We are in Northern Cape in 2 weeks' time, I think, doing the same session. And my ask to you is, you guys challenged us a lot as banks and said, banks, you are not there for us. We don't feel you are there for us. Firstly, we feel like the way that you even talk to us, you talk about interest, compound interest, this and this. You're confusing us. Can you make life easy for us? When we come to you and we ask money, can you just give us money? Because that's all we are asking. And we are doing our part, guys. That's why we are here today. That's why we're saying, let's spend time to understand what are some of the challenges that you guys are sitting with. And as a bank, how do we solve for them? I mean, you guys would have seen, even when we introduced our, pay as you use, we say dololo fees. Like everyone understands what dololo fees means. We're also challenging ourselves, say, how do we amplify the message and the language that we use to communicate and we engage? I just have one ask for you guys. We cannot dance with one partner dancing and the other one not doing their part. Like, you guys are hard on us as banks. You are really hard on us as banks. When we borrow you money, please pay it back. Please, nyacela. I am asking on behalf of the community. When we borrow you money, please pay us back. If you are unable to pay, come to us, talk to us. Let's make an arrangement. Let's make an agreement. Like I said, remember, when we borrow you money, it's someone else's money, guys. Niyayithanda into, my banks, there's money that the banks must give us the money. It's someone else's money, and we are trying to see what's the best way we take the money and borrow it to people so that we also make money in the process. So that's my ask, to say, when we borrow your money, guys, please, please, please do pay us back. Please, that's my first ask. The second thing that I wanted to talk about, today we're talking about business systems and business processes. And if you really sit and think about it, we probably have different types of business. Some of you are here, you got into business because you just want to make a living. It's like the money that I make is the money that sustains me. Some of you got into business, say, I want to grow, I want to see what I need to do. Some of you got into business and say, I'm going to impact the world. I'm going to change the world. In all these three different types of businesses, you need to document and package what you are doing. One of the biggest challenges that we have around the continent is we are not telling our own stories as Africans. And we are not telling our own stories because we are not documenting our stories. I'm going to ask to say, start documenting your story of your business, because you are building a legacy. Make sure that your great-great-grandchildren can go back to understand, where did my great-great-grandparents start when they started their business? That is part of the process. So I'm asking you guys, say, start documenting the story of your businesses. Take pictures. When you do manufacturing in the backyard of your mom's house, take those pictures. Most of us know that picture, Yabu Steve Jobs in a garage. It's a global picture. Let's start creating our own pictures. And it starts with each and every one of you in here. Take those pictures, document them, tell stories about them. As an entrepreneur also, sit back and ask yourself and document, what do I do in my business? And how long does it take me to do it? Start documenting your processes, because sometimes we go on autopilot. You wake up, you go. Most of you, if we ask you, you'll tell it from the top of your head. I wake up. If you are selling amaginya, I wake up. I mix my recipe. I go. I shower. I do this and this. My recipe has raised. Then I go to the spot. Then I start. Document that process. Because for you to create a legacy, if you were to get sick, or something unfortunate happens, sometimes your families can't even continue with the business because they don't know. If you have documented it, then people know how you do what you need to do. And secondly, why is it important to document? When you grow and you need to start hiring people, you know what, to mix this thing, I know it takes me 2 minutes. And I have calculated it over this way. Because sometimes the business expands, you hire people, but you don't have an idea how long things takes because you've never taken the time to document those things. So please, I know it feels like admin, but document those processes. The third area why it's also important to have proper processes. As a bank, when you come to us to ask for money, we ask, can we please see your track record that you can be trusted with money? And part of the track record is every time you sell Magwinya, you get 10 rand. Bank it, please, I ask you. Rather bank it than go and withdraw it, because that's creating a process for you. That's creating traceability for you. It was quite interesting. I was talking to one of the ladies who makes, I buy my clothes from her. And she said, you know, Lizzie, in 2020, I made 2.8 million, but I did not know up until my accountant sat with me and took me through the process. I did not know because I was not recording the stuff. So sometimes your businesses are like super huge, but you don't know because you are not recording. Please, when you make money, get it into either an account or a wallet so that it's traceable, so that you're also able to sit and assess. Some of you, if you ask you, do you make profit? You don't know. How much profit do you make? You don't know. How much does it cost you to buy stock? You don't know. How many can you sell in? I like the bakery lady. She was clear. I'm making 350, bread a day. What's your input cost? How much does it cost you to make those breads? Are you recording those things? And also, processes. We talk about simplifying and efficient processes. When you document your process, you also need to challenge yourself to say, Mara wakare, I'm taking too long doing this piece. Does it make sense why I'm taking too long doing this piece? Then you come to a T-Netbank session like this. You ask someone else and say, you know what? I realize that when I need to do this, it takes me this long. How long does it take you? How? It takes you 10 minutes. For me, it takes me 2 minutes. What do you do? Then you start having a conversation point. Then you go back and you are able to improve your business. So when we talk, it might sound like we're talking big things when you say business systems and processes, but it's the small habits that make sure that when you grow, you have the right foundation to be able to get somewhere. So I'm going to ask you that today, when you leave, go and ask yourself to say, do I know the processes of my business? Do I understand how long it takes me to do things? Have I documented the things that I do in my business? Lo and behold, if I were to get sick today, can someone jump in and take business? We need to start creating legacy. Someone asked the question to say, most of us, when we grew up, we know umama who was selling amagwenya by the corner, Herias Kolong, we were passing by there, rereka and go to school. Those businesses never grew. And you ask yourself to say, this is a business that's been there for more than 30 years. How come it never grew? And part of it is also to say it was part of sustenance, but part of it is that because umama was not documenting, some of those, they've taken their kids to universities who are doctors now. And we're not documenting those stories, we're not documenting those processes. When you need to pass the business to your child, you just say, but if you've documented the process, you're able to share with them. Or if it so happens, we say there's $1 million, we need someone to win $1 million. Show us how you've been running your business. You've got those documents, you've got that information to be able to drive it. So I ask you guys, I plead with you guys to say, as you run your businesses, as you draw stuff, make sure that you document. Make sure that you document. Document a little of where you start, because sometimes, I don't know some of you, those who use Facebook, Instagram, and all that stuff. You know when you're sitting and you're lying and Facebook just pulls that picture when you were at a party or when you were traveling and you were happy and you just become happy all of a sudden. Let's learn to do that with documenting, because that's what documenting does. When you're having the roughest of days, when COVID hits and you're asking yourself, that picture appears. It reminds you around the resilience that is in you. It reminds you around why you started the business. It reminds you around why it's important to do the things that you are doing. So hopefully you're going to enjoy today, learn a lot, connect a lot, and we say as Netbank, together, bekele beke. We are with you. We are with you on the journey. Give us feedback. Give us feedback. We are challenging ourselves. We're talking now around pocket post to say, we do know that the cost of getting the post machines is quite high. You've given us feedback. We came up with a simple, low cost. It's only 89 rand, guys. That pocket post that we're showing, it's only 89 rand for you to be able to get payments. Yes, nazo. Only 89 rands for you not to miss a sale because people are not carrying cash. We are listening, and it's portable. Yeah, it's for ladies. Yeah, it doesn't, look a bit out. We've also, challenged ourselves. Issues of digital payments. I want to talk a lot about digital payments because, we do get this question to say, Mara, why I don't really, cash is working for me and cash is driving. This year, guys, could be the tool to unlock your business, digital payments. Because what we also want to start doing, we're doing it for businesses that are making more than $1 million, but we challenge ourselves how we do it the other way. Is here we can track how much money people are swiping with your business. And we can actually say, you know what? If you want to grow your business, this is how we can help you to grow your business, because there is traceability. There is traceability around that. You don't even need to do anything. It captures all those things for you. So please, please, please embrace digital payment solutions, because they're going to help you when you either need money, where you are considering to grow, or when you even looking for a partner to say, my business, this is how much people are swiping at my business, how much I'm making every day in a business. So with that said, guys, enjoy the day. Looking forward to to learning from other speakers around how they've traveled the journey, what they are doing. But at Nedbank, we're saying together, Nazo.
All right, thank you so much. That was Lizzie Mohale. Hey, G-A-R, come. Mohale. All right. Pay back the money and document. Thank you so much. Next up, we have a testimonial. Onika? Okay. All right. We're going to move on. We're going to move on. So, we're getting straight into the Mbaula chat. We're still on time. Libonya, pocket pause, right? 89 Rand. Only 89 Rand. We have our bankers from Nedbank with us. Kennedy, it would be lovely if we could bring them to the front so we can see them. Kennedy, please come to the front. I just want you to see our bankers. Should people want to come and buy a pocket pause, they know who to go to. All right, Kennedy. Just, Homotso? I think the rest are still at the table, right? So this is Kennedy. Kennedy, the pocket pause guy. Yes. So should you want to purchase a pocket pause, this is the guy that you must speak to. Only 89 Rand. Nedbank has got a table outside. Yeah, we do, yeah. All right. Thanks, my brother. Please, let's put our hands together for Kennedy and for the Nedbank bankers. And let's move on to our Mbaula chat. Let's get this together. Are we still here? Are we still together? Together? Hashtag join us for Danko is thank you. Right, we have our Mbaula chat. This will be facilitated by Bulelani, and this Mbaula chat is with Mr. Tabang. He's with us in the building. Let me just quickly read his bio. Mr. T. Technology. Mr. T, I've got your bio. They must know who you are and what you've done. Because sometimes they're like, very powerful. So I must read his intro and his bio so you know that he's a powerhouse and he's with us today. Wow. Mr. T, there you are. All right. Managing Director of ProServe Group. He's with us in the building. An industry leader with a strong passion and ambition for the construction industry. His passion propelled him to pursue a qualification in quantity surveying, BSc in quantity surveying, and further qualifications in facilities management, intensive project management, and more. So this is a man who invests in himself, continuously studying to make sure that he's got the knowledge to get to the next level. Over 17 years, hand-on experience in construction. And he's gained the experience and networking in the construction industry. Managing Director of ProServe Group, to come and share his journey. And I love the slogan that says, positive impact today for tomorrow. We're having in Mbaula chat a conversation about the journey. Who is he? What has he done? How has he gotten to where he is today? That Mbaula chat is going to be facilitated by Bulelani Balabala. So please, can we put our hands together for Bulelani Balabala and our Mbaula chat speaker powerhouse, Mr. Tabang. Come on, let's show them some love. Let's show them some love, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. It's still morning, ne? Emariashi is Hammanskraal. That's about 3 o'clock, you. Yeah, a living sauna. No, man, but this part of the chat, right, is Mbaula chat. Mbaula chat, I want to slow to a fireside chat. You know, it's when, you know, it's a moment to share ideas. I think we've had many of these things growing up, right? But we call them different things. Some had them around the fire, some had them around the mbaula, some had them go kitchening, stofosela sahale, some latle, some have it around the dinner table, some have it more the plasma screen, depending on the guy. So this is what this chat is about, and just profiling and engaging with an entrepreneur who's done extremely well, and someone I really respect, my client, you know, from over 9 years ago. Hey, I've made money here, I want to be honest. And it doesn't even look at a quotation, it just pays. And it was the top of my life. Yo. Amazing team. Get it 20,000 but repaid. But it won't happen to you. That was just me, man. A gentleman I really respect, who's done extremely well, you know, in the project management, construction space, shared services space, and who continues to, you know, push the boundaries to a whole new level. And I really respect you, and I think you've done extremely well. But I'll act now as if I don't know him. And you know, just to the amazing entrepreneurs in the room, just share with us, Tabange mang, Otswagai.
Yeah, no, Rimelang. The part about invoices being paid without being scrutinized or negotiating a discount, there is no such. There is no such. But by the way, my name is Tabang Bembelem. You know, whenever you hear somebody about how you get shocked, or yo, is that really me? Hey, who's that? I've got very strong roots in Tembisa though, because my father was a teacher that's out of town. And interestingly enough, my mother, when she retired, she was a nurse at Jubilee Hospital. It so happened that as we speak now, I actually have a project to revamp and renovate Jubilee Hospital. So one is actually very well much entrenched in this community. I've got family members, Modi Lopia, and one of my best friends, in fact, runs a law firm for Hammanskraal called Mulati Attorneys. So I know this community, I love this community. So the invite for me came naturally. I'll come to Hammanskraal. I was like, no man, that's my second home. I think I've been to this very same place after dark. Obviously, it changes now. So yeah, so Tabang Bembele is that I'm a father of 3, husband to 1, entrepreneur, as he has rightfully mentioned. And yeah, and I've been doing this for the last 17 years. This being running a company called Plosive Consulting. Basically, we consult in the built environment in terms of quantity surveying, project management, and all other ancillary services related to that industry. Yeah, essentially that's me.
And I mean, you've been in business for over 17 years, right?
Correct.
What has given you the staying power? I mean, knowing that entrepreneurship is so difficult.
Yeah. So, Bulelani, for me, that's I want to answer you in 2 phases. One, I'm a patriot at heart, meaning I want to see my community thrive. I want to see my people thrive. I want to see those around me thrive. And the industry I'm in allows me to build social infrastructure. Social infrastructure meaning I build hospitals, I build roads, I build clinics, I build schools. How does that lead to our communities that we all live in thriving. When we build a good school, it means we are creating a center of excellence for our children. What that means, we give them a better opportunity to get into good universities. Good universities. Once they get into good universities, they get good jobs. Once they get good jobs, they contribute to the tax base. Once they contribute to the tax base, we can build more social infrastructure. Fast forward, we move from being an emerging economy, or from being a third world country to a first world country. Essentially, that's what it is. So when I say I'm a patriot and what's kept me in this industry for this long, it's because of the love for my country, the love for my people. I want to see us thrive. We need to thrive. The reward, you get something called return on investment. For me, my return on investment when the mayor or whoever it is that comes to cut a red ribbon to say, I am officially opening this school, is knowing that I have taken, or I was part of a team that has taken kids from learning under a tree or in dilapidated classrooms and putting them in a structure that will allow them to be at their best at all times. I often joke with some of my colleagues to say, you guys are busy paying a lot of money for all these private schools, but the kind of schools that our government is spending and the quality of schools that we are building now, the smart schools that the Gauteng government is investing in now, they're actually better than some of these private schools that you're sending your kids to. So ideally, colleagues and friends and fellow businessmen, if we can adopt that model from clinics, hospitals, roads and all that, South Africa will be a better place. As I was saying, Bulelani, what's kept me going is me being a patriot. Yes, in the process, I'll make a living here and there. But bottom line, I'm a patriot and I want to see South Africa be a better place for all.
Now, you can give a round of applause actually, because I think I was cutting someone. So one of the things I picked up about this amazing gentleman some years back, he's a man of excellence. If it's not the right way, you redo. I've had to redo a couple of things. Where does that come from? In sometimes I wouldn't even say community, but sometimes in a work culture that says, six no nine, it's okay, kizamile, but you're driving this level of excellence and it sort of permeates, and I think everyone in the room can feel in how you're presenting, in the various projects that you speak from, but I felt it firsthand.
Yeah. So, one of the things I see as that contribute to failures of small businesses would be people don't take themselves seriously. I know we often get told, don't believe the hype, nah. But guys, take yourself seriously. If you take seriously, it allows me as a potential client, as a potential customer, to take you seriously. I'll give you a simple example. As you walk in today here, the branding here, you can already tell the kind of event that you're attending. Had we walked in and the branding was of lousy quality and so forth and so on, you're already pitching it to the wrong people. But if you take yourself seriously, take your work seriously, and be sure that you articulate and you eloquently present yourself in all circumstances and all situations that you're in, trust me, your client, your customer will know that that is at the end. And that's what people resonate with, excellence.
Now, one of the things that I think sometimes we struggle with as entrepreneurs, I know I struggled with this for a very long time, right? And I think it's years ago, it became a big inhibitant, is that I believe that I'm the only one who can do what I do in the business. And that was the thinking then, right? Why bring on a team? They won't do it better than me. They won't do it like me. But I think I've seen how you've been able to bring in very smart people and have them propel the business to the next level. Number one, how important is that to have the right people in the team? And how did you sort of maneuver in picking out the right individuals to do that and help you grow?
Yeah, it's a brilliant question, Bulelani. So I've got this thing that in a boardroom, I'm never the smartest person. If I walk into a boardroom and I'm the smartest person, then I know I'm in the wrong boardroom. So I always seek for the best talent. So when I go out in the market looking for people to join our entity, I look for people that when they speak, I feel like an intellectual dwarf. I need to feel like, damn, this guy is smart. I really want him in my team. That's the first part. And that allows you to free yourself. It allows you to do other things because they're so clever, they're so intelligent, they're so excellent in what they do. It allows you to delegate. It allows you to allow them, give them space to do what they need to do because they're so brilliant. You will not grow your entity alone. It's impossible. It's just simply impossible. You will need others. It's one of those things that find ways to collaborate as compared to competing. You will grow your net worth in that way. You'll grow your entity in that way. In fact, it will make you a whole-rounded person because you'll have enough time to do other things. You'll enjoy golf for those of you guys who play golf. You'll enjoy soccer for those of you who play soccer because you've got a team that's supporting you. You've got a team that's actually supporting and are driving the mission and vision and that live the brand in your absence.
I love what you spoke about, right? You touched on competition, and it raises a question on my side, right? You know, years ago when I started my business, Tembisa, I was running an internet cafe. And anytime anyone would start an internet cafe, I'd get angry. So I became insecure. How did you work through that, right? In then saying, this is who I am, and I'm confident in myself.
Yeah. So it's quite a simple one for me. An internet cafe is an internet cafe is an internet cafe. What I'm trying to say, a bank is a bank is a bank. A QS is a QS is a QS. They all provide the same service. You need to find something that differentiates you. What makes you different? What's your value add? You know, there's this new word in business doing the rounds called shared value. What's your shared value? What is it that you are giving to your potential customer / client that the others won't give? I'll give a very simple example which I thought of as I was driving into Hammanskraal because we used to do it back then. There's a certain hair salon we'd go to, and back then, and context is important here, back then, the guy didn't use hair clippers to shave your hair. He used no cream. And we all used to drive there, no creamy, and then you get a head massage in the process. Now, we all used to queue for that hair salon back then. When you think about it, already then there was a million other hair salons that could do a chiscop. I mean, really, how difficult can that be? The differentiator with that guy was, I'm not going to use hair clippers, no hair, and then after that, you're going to get a head massage. Guess what? The queue in that salon was always long. It was a very simple value add, if you want to call it that. It was a very simple differentiator, but it what kept us going back to that salon.
And what inspires you, right? What keeps you going?
Sure. Bulelani, I'm driven by so many things. I rightfully mentioned my family dynamics, so that's one. On the business side, I'm driven by the fact that I need a better South Africa. I want South Africa to be better. There's a gentleman here who was pitching child safety. If we increase or improve the general income per household, per individual, we will not have the need for such a difficult and important app. I think the app that he spoke about spoke to me because some of these things are social ills. Social ills in the sense that when people are hungry, they will do things that ideally and inherently a person would not do. So what drives me is, can everybody have bread, meat, salt, and so forth in their household? Then you will see that there is no one who is born to be a criminal. There is no one born to be stoter or a liner or whatever you want to call it. Inherently, we are all good people. Inherently, we are all, we respect. We've got that thing in us. But economic circumstances put us backwards. So to answer you, Bulelani, what drives me? I want a better South Africa. I want a South Africa where my children, my daughter, can go to the mall alone and be safe. I want a South Africa where my son can come and party here and get an Uber back home without having to worry about his safety and well-being. I want a South Africa where my wife can go out for a night out with their friends and drink, and I don't have to worry about somebody spiking a drink and so forth and so on. All of that, I repeat, it comes back to what? Let's increase the quality of living and improve the quality of living of citizens of South Africa. Where does it start? Every one of you in this room, it starts with you. SMMEs. Guys, do not for a moment undermine your efforts. Do not for a moment undermine the contribution that you are doing in this economy. it's because of you, the income per household in South Africa, the quality of life in South Africa will improve. And once that improves, it's a ripple effect. Everything else will get better. That is what drives me.
It deserves a standing ovation. Maybe another round of applause, man. I knew he'd kill it. I knew it. I knew it. Yeah, I'm taking all the credit now. So you know, when I look at you, I think even the first day I met you years and years ago, and this is the thing about entrepreneurs, successful entrepreneurs, in my view, who've been able to weather the failures and the successes, they don't look like failure, man. You know, and the thing is, you know, because of your tenacity, you know, you may, I think, and that's the thing about it, right? You make difficult things seem easy. So that creates a perception that says that they have it easy. Have you had tough days, and what have those days looked like, and how have you dealt with them?
Yeah, that's a very important question, especially for the audience that we are in now. Guys, don't let someone's harvesting season confuse your plowing season, and I'll explain what I mean by that. I've done my hard yards. I've done the hard work. I've been where you guys are. I lived in a 2-bedroom apartment with my wife, where the one room was an office, where for SARS purposes, I used to declare that as my office so I can get a tax deductible. So do not, for a change, do not for any reason think your small steps don't count. They count, and they add value, and they contribute, and they're equally important. I trust you understand where I'm going with this thing.
Yeah. Now, okay.
So your question, Bulelani, was more like, do you wanna put it differently, or was it well answered?
I think it was well answered, right?
Okay.
But I think a caveat I'd like to throw to that, right? A lot of the time, I mean, sales is a lifeline of every business. But one of the biggest things that sometimes you pick up with entrepreneurs is it's the fear of rejection. You know, the fear of a client saying no, right? How did you navigate your way through that and build the courage to say, even if they say no, I'm still going to chart this journey?
So it's always important to get customer feedback. So with every no, try and understand why there was a no, so you can build on. It's a simple continuous development. You know, I'll call it CPD, continuous professional development. You need to find out, why am I getting so many no's? What's the issue? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing right? It's important to get feedback, and it's also equally important to see who that feedback is from. Don't also let the wrong people push you negatively and say things that actually impact negatively on your esteem, if I may call it that, or your ego, or your business tenacity. So it's important to get feedback.
Yeah.
The no's will come, guys. The no's will come. That's part of business. By you choosing to be an entrepreneur, you inherently said, I'm a risk taker. And by definition, taking a risk means fail. That's simple. It happens. Resilience. You just need to have that resilience. You need to have, let's live to fight another day attitude. And with every no, let that no be a building block. Let that no be a success. Let that no be an educational moment or a teaching moment, as one of my colleagues would have said. For every no should be a teaching moment for you as well. To understand, how did I get it wrong with this guy? How can I get it better with the next guy?
So, on a personal entrepreneurial note, right?
Yeah.
What was a heartwarming moment for you in any part? I mean, I'm sure you've had many. I think one guy we interviewed here says, you know, we are big now, we've got 100 employees, but the day I got a telephone line and it said, and it was an automated voice prompt saying, welcome to company X, Y, and Z. And he just called it every single day. What was your moment?
Yeah.
Or moment?
Yeah. You know, when you get a call from a chief in a village, and he realizes that there might be a language barrier between you and him. In as much as we're South African, we're meant to be able to be fluent in all 11 languages, but some languages are harder than others. Hey. So we had just built a clinic in that community, and I had even forgotten about that clinic, to be honest with you guys. I got a call from a chief from that specific village. And in our language barriers, in our language troubles, if I may call it that, what I got out of that message is, because of you, my son, and he referred to me as my son, already there was step number one. Wow, I'm now a son to the chief. Next in line to be royalty. Because of you, my son, my people no longer have to walk or catch a taxi, spend so much money, 50 kilometers now to go to another clinic. My people can now go to this clinic and be helped and saved at this clinic. That for me was probably the proudest moment of my life. That I don't know those people, I have never met, I don't know them personally, but the fact that we managed to come and design a clinic that made sense, that's geographically well spaced for them, and it impacts so much on their spending as well. Keep in mind, most of our people are living off grants and so forth and so on. So already the cost of transport just to go see a doctor, or the cost of transport just to go collect chronic medication, it's a big spend. Imagine your social grant is 650, but every month you need to spend another 100 rands just to catch a taxi to go collect medication somewhere. So having built that clinic, and the chief calling to show appreciation, to say, "Wanaka libereki, that you did well," that I was ready to meet my maker when he said that. I felt don't know why. You know, there's something called a Maslow hierarchy of needs. I actually felt that at that moment, I have self-actualized. At that point, I felt, no. I still want to do more, by the way.
Now, you know, I think as a personal trait I've observed, very relatable, great at managing relationships. How important is it? Because I think sometimes as entrepreneurs we undermine it and think, I'll get the next custom.
Yeah.
I'll get the next custom.
I actually loved what the speaker who came before us said about, connect with each other. Colleagues, your net, this might be a cliche, but it's true. In fact, things that are cliches because they are true, to be honest with you guys. But the reality is, your net worth is only as equal as your networks. So if you don't network, if you don't market, if you don't connect, if you don't collaborate, if you don't do all those things that I'm mentioning, your net worth will not change. So to increase your net worth is your wealth. You need to connect with people. And I repeat the statement, guys. Do not think of others, be it in the same industry or not, as competition. Rather think of them as collaborators. How can we work together to tackle this problem? How can we work together to tackle this? How can we work together to come with a mutual or common solution that is an industry's problem? Those are some of the things that help.
And then last question, and then we're going to open up just for 5 questions and we wrap up. What was, I don't know if it's a single piece of advice, it's a book you read, it's something you learned, it's a mentor you spoke to, that has just shifted how you viewed business or shifted you at a particular point in your journey and you've just kept that message or thinking?
Yeah. So in 2007, when I resigned from employment and when I went to start my own business, my manager then bought me a book by Stephen Johnson, I think. The name of the book is Who Moved My Cheese? Colleagues, if I could, I would sponsor that book for everybody sitting here. I need every entrepreneur to read that book. The book essentially talks about unexpected change. Because in business, change will happen. And I'll give you a simple example. The way ProServe was pre-COVID and the way ProServe is post-COVID, it's 2 different companies. Now, I only appreciated the value of that book during COVID. The rest essentially easily 10, 15 years later? That's only when I understood the context and the importance and the messaging behind that book. Who Moved My Cheese? I implore you guys, please get a copy of that book. I'm not a marketing agent for that company or that publishers, but the message in that book is clear. Change will happen. Unexpected change will happen. We've seen it, like I rightfully mentioned, COVID. There were people who were pitching here who mentioned how COVID affected them negatively. And that book puts context to such. For me, honestly, that book has really made me look at things in a different eye, in a different view.
So, round of applause. And then Any questions in the room? Just 5, please come to the front. Yeah, please just come. Yeah, don't be shy. Just, I don't want to have you on the camera, Pel. Yeah, any questions? We're checking 5 now. You just stand. Oh yeah, come. Stage is yours. Over and over again. I'm just going to ask one question so that we give other people a chance. Thank you, sir.
Hello again. Great speech and lovely meeting you. So my question would be, as an entrepreneur, my question would be, if you were to be employed, what kind of a company or what kind of a employer, so to speak, would you prefer to work under?
All right. I prefer to work for an employer that allows for entrepreneurship, not entrepreneurship. So meaning an employer that allows me to be an entrepreneur within their business. Now, what does that mean? That means an employer that allows me to bring innovation, new ideas, continuous improvement, and so forth in that business in order to grow. Remember, when you work for a company and that company grows, by default, you as employees, you also get to reap the benefits and you also get to grow with it. So that's the kind of company I would seek to look to employ that.
Dumelang babotle. Mr. Mvembele. Okay. Samatumo Kitlanida Libitola, the author of Who Moved My Cheese.
Who Moved My Cheese?
Yeah.
You can Google it. I think it's Stephen Johnson.
Oh, okay. Yes. And my question is, growing up, did you know deep within you that you are not created for the workplace? Was there something in you that it may not have made you look different from others, but you knew that there's something unique about you? Up to the time that you decided to quit your job, what did really move you to follow that thing? You know what I'm trying to say?
I get you fully. Thank you so much. So, I'm partly religious, and I get a lot of partly because I also believe in ancestors as well. So I've got that thing going with me. I studied quantity surveying purely by mistake. I passed matric, I passed it well. I could have studied anything. I qualified just to study just about anything. Hakia University of Pretoria, I stood in the wrong queue, guys. But it was such a long queue. Nearly the queue, it was so long. By the time I got to the front to register for LLB, the lady said, "My son, you're in the wrong queue." When I looked at the LLB, the queue was like 2 kilometers. I was like, okay, I'll take this one. I don't know what it is, I'll just study this one. Where am I going with this in answering your question? Clearly my fate or my stars were aligned that I will study quantity surveying, and that is where maybe my ancestors, and maybe that's where God wanted me to be. You know, we don't always choose our destiny. Maybe it's predetermined somewhere. Yes, I know there's a lot of people that can say, no, you make your own destiny and all that, but I've got a different set of beliefs. That there's a superpower or something above us that's looking out for us, and that will guide us, and that will show you, or actually my son, my boy, my subject, whatever it is, that however it is or whatever it is that you relate to, will guide you. But this is the path you need to take. And that will never lead you astray. It will always take you where you need to be. And also, communicate with your gods. Communicate with your ancestors if you need to. Get guidance. Follow your gut feel as well. I trust that answered you. Thank you.
Dumelang mabotle. Lebitso la ka ke Thabo, I come from Habitat Consulting. Minjani bot. Before I come to your question, can I just say, as Habitat Consulting, we help the community with building houses. I just had to. We have the community building houses. If you guys are looking for architectural drawings, you're looking for municipal approvals, or you're looking for double-story houses, structural calculations, whatever it might be, a slab, a ripple block, or in situ slab, just come talk to me afterwards. Or if you also want to build like a Steneniana for your business, just chat with me. And for today, I will consult with everyone free of charge, and I will answer whatever question you have in terms of the building industry. Okay. I'll try to bundle my question into, I've got like... Just one. Yeah, okay. Being in the build environment industry, and also being a fellow tax alumni, we come from an industry where it's not transformed, and with that, obviously, it's not easy for us to break into the industry. From a young person like myself, who's been in this industry for less than 2 years, I just want to find out, how did you break through? So from getting your first client to now working with Jubilee. Obviously, when you have a client base and you get word of mouth and referrals, it's much more easier. But for someone like me that just started, how do you break into that industry to a point where you can service both, the local community and also work with the government where possible? Thank you.
You've already started. The fact that you stood up here and did a pitch, you've already started, my man. You're on the right path. You are on the right path. You stood out there, you told us what you do. It was clear, it was succinct, it was to the point. Even I'm thinking, I need to use this guy in some of my projects. Point I'm saying, you started. You are networking, you are communicating, you are sharing your time and space with everybody, and you've started. Everything else will fall into play. But so far, you've started. That's good.
Sanbonan Molweni. My name is Bandi Lefihla. I'm a second generation of the product called Colic Remedy. My question to you, my brother, is when you resigned in 2007, what was your risk assessment to say the money that you were getting, obviously, you are not longer going to get the paycheck, so it means your business was already booming, was covering the salary that you were getting. I just want to check on those things. The reason I'm asking, I've already submitted my resignation letter. I just want to push. And now, I want to, in fact, once you mentioned that line that says you resigned and you get the book, I'm like, okay. You moved your cheese already, and I'm moving my cheese. So I want to know, what is it that you were looking at to say, no, it's good time for me to resign? Thank you. By the way, I can even take my resignation and go back to work.
Yeah. Look, our circumstances will forever be different as people. But my specific situation was, at the time the country was busy with investment in infrastructure. It was pre-2010. So there was a lot of spend from a government point of view in investing in infrastructure, preparing the stadiums and so forth and so on. And cliche once again that goes, the rising tide lifts all boats. I knew I needed to be one of those boats at the time. And that carried us. It was hard getting in. It was hard the first couple of months. So you need to have the right support. Please do not undermine the importance of having the right support. And when I say support, I'm talking about your family, your friends, your network. People around you need to understand what is it that you need to achieve, because the tough times will come, my friend. Tough times will come where you need to rely on people around you. So when you resign, I hope it wasn't a unilateral decision where you decided on your own. You need to make sure that the madam at home, if there is a madam at home, she understands and she buys into the idea, she understands the vision, she sees the long-term view, and your friends and your colleagues and so forth. But you need support. You will not be able to do it on your own. In my opinion, you will not be able to do it on your own. You need people around you to support you, see the vision, and in the end, they will be the biggest beneficiaries of your success, because you will forever know that when I resign, these are the people that carried me. It's smart of you to do a risk assessment before you resign. It would be irresponsible to resign for the sake of resigning. You you need to do a proper risk assessment and balance your things and make sure that you'll be able to cover your base, if I may call it that. I trust that helps.
Thank you. Sanbonani? My name is Irene. I'm from Crystal Hope Bookstore. I'm the director. Our company sells academic books, general books, like your book, our African Reads books. Yes. So I heard you talking about a book. I'd like to know, where are you selling your book? Because we sell books like the one that you are selling, which is we are based in Soshanguve, extension 5, and we can be found on our handle, which is crystalhopebookstore.com. If you are looking for a book to buy from us. So I'd like to know from you, sir, where do you market your book? Where do you sell your book? Because I know that these people who are here, they will want your book after this session. But on my side, if I know where to get his book, you can come and buy it from my bookshop. So I'd like to know from him where to get it.
Wow, that's brilliant. However, I just need to make one simple correction, my colleague and friend. It's not my book. I didn't author the book. I think the author is Stephen Johnson.
She's saying author one.
Author one. Oh, hey, maybe I should. Yeah. So the book I was referring to, my sister, who moved my cheese. And I'm sure, please stock it, and all of us here will come and support it. But if your suggestion was maybe one day I should author my book, let's give it another 10 years. Let me get more experience. Let me get more understanding. Let me reach that top level of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Then I'll take it from there.
Just one second. So the author is Stephen Spencer.
Ah, thank you, Spencer. Thank you.
Dumelang. Ke nna Thatona Mbone, co-owner ya BGP Steel and Manufacturing. So I heard you are doing buildings, and then so when you are building schools, there's a possibility that you are demolishing schools, right? So I want to say those demolished used materials that you are demolishing, I want you to contact me if you are taking them to scrap. I want you to contact me, and I'll come to you and I'll buy those sheets. Why? Because I know that when you're building like Jubilee hospitals, clinics, and all that, you're using quality roofing sheets. You're using 0.6 millimeter and above. My business specializes in quality. So those sheets, I provide them to my people, my African people. I want them to have a quality roofing sheets and also have quality shakes. So something like Building Africa. So which means Lenna So question I'm 22 years of age. I started working with my father workshop when I was 10 years old. So I've never been employed in my life. I don't know a paycheck. I don't know that. So the question that I want to ask is, because who yourself from the business, like what's now other income? It's hard. Like colonial child banking, like but you are broke, personally broke, because that's shelter business. So how did you overcome this problem? If Lore una chelete, that's shelter business marwana ona chelete.
Okay, and then this brilliant young man, and I repeat, this brilliant young man has answered 3 things: ESG, environmental consciousness, in a sense that he's saying whenever we demolish schools, we need to reuse some of that so that we reduce our CO2, impact on the world and so forth. Let's reuse instead of creating more. That's one. You've touched on the issue of sustainability. That's brilliant. I think you've really touched on it. We need to create sustainable industries. And the third one, governance. In a sense, what you are saying, you are self-governing. You've got a company account and you've got your own personal account. Now, continue doing that. That's normal. If you're employed, you'd get a salary and have a So do not live off the business. Have a system where you self-regulate and self-govern. That this is your business account, this is your personal account. And give yourself a salary to a point where you actually print yourself a pay slip. Because you will need that. I mean, the people from Nedbank, they stood here and they explained to you about creating a track record, a financial track record. You will need all those things in future when you want to, be it you want to get a loan or a house bond, a loan, a mortgage, and so forth. You will need all those things. So you need to honestly self-govern. I think it was a brilliant question, and you are well on doing well, my man. Keep it up.
So we've got a few questions online, but we can only take a few. Thank you guys who are tuned in online all over the world, South Africa. So Lynn Mash asks, is it true that a good entrepreneur needs a good plan, or we all need funds to start?
You need a good plan. You need a good plan. I understand the whole thing about you needing funds to start, but with a good plan, the funds will follow. I'm genuinely of the opinion that if you plan your things properly, the funding will follow you, because your business plan or your business case will justify an investor putting their money in your business and lending you that money. And remember, when I say an investor, I'm not necessarily talking banks. It could be your uncle, it could be your neighbor, it could be your mother's stock fell. It could be those kind of things. That's an investor. But for that investor to relinquish their money to you to invest in your business, you need a good plan. If you don't plan well, you're definitely going to fail. It's that simple. So please plan, plan, plan.
So, not a question, but this is the final. It's a comment from Nomsa Eunice Chabalala, who's joining us online. She says she's truly happy to see the level of content that you are sharing here today. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thanks,
Nomsa. And then that concludes our Q&A. Last message for the entrepreneurs in the room, then we take your beautiful picture.
I think it's Steve Jobs, ne? Arang, stay hungry, stay foolish. Effectively what that says is that keep learning, stay ahead of your competitors, stay ahead of those in your industry, stay ahead of your global competitors. That's exactly what I'm referring to. But keep learning, learn new things, be in the 1%. In everything that you do, strive to be in the 1% of that industry. The only way you're going to do that, you keep learning, continuous learning. Learning does not necessarily mean in a formal classroom education and all that, in as much as I am a very big supporter of such. But I'm also saying we all have mobile devices nowadays. There's a lot of education you can do for yourself here. A lot of education. Be cognizant of who are you following on social media? Why are you following them? What are you benefiting? What are you learning from that? And if you're not learning anything from that, log off. You don't need those things. There's a lot of ebooks that are available for free. I'm talking about things that will only cost you, the cost of it is just to download the book. But keep learning. Learning, learning, learning. That is what will get us ahead. Knowledge is the currency of the future, guys. Knowledge is the currency of the future. There's a lot of talk about we will make money through land and XYZ. Maybe we will, I don't know. But knowledge, I know that for sure. We will make our money through knowledge. When you've got knowledge, you become talent, and talent will be highly rewarded in this economy that we're living in. Thank you very much, colleagues.
Ladies and gentlemen, that then concludes our Mbaula chat. Let's give Tabang a round of applause. And then we can take a picture that I'll frame in my office. Thank you so much. Thank you, lady. Oh, we've got a gift for you, please. From T and Nedbank, just a little something we bought from all the exhibitors that are outside. All the gifts we're going to be handing today, we have got a separate procurement from all the exhibitors. So this is love from us saying, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Was it that deep? Oh, not like Sansa Nebai, like. You're still processing it. Thank you so much, my brother. Really, really appreciate it. Are we still together? Are we still together? So when we started, there was no one on my left. Now it's packed. And there are people that are still coming in. I want to welcome every single one of you that has just joined us. Thank you so much for joining us. This is the Kasi Business Workshop, Systems and Processes. We're going to get into our networking session, right? But before we do that, we have a gift that we need to give away. Yes, it's for you. Hello? We have a gift for you. Don't look behind. It's for you. So, Lizzie, please come to the front. We have a gift to give to you. Please, can we give her a round of applause? That's for you. Skincare. Maybe want to look. Skincare. Yeah, but the name. Zukisi. Zuri. Zuri. Oh, Zuri. All right, but it's beautiful. It's skincare, and this is just a token of appreciation to say thank you. Really appreciate it. That's for you. Can we get the photographer, please? Photographer? We didn't get one of you, Mom. Oh. You know. Together. Bekele bek. Yeah, no, you can take it. It's for you.
Thanks a lot, Zuki. And as my boss will say, I'll have to declare this to show that it's in the registry. But thank you so much, Zuki. Really appreciated your for your product. Where's Zuki? Can we see Zuki? Zuki, thank you so much.
Zuri. Zuri.
Zuri, Wakanda forever.
Zuri, where you at? Zuri, come.
Thank you so much. Yeah. No, come, let me take a picture with you.
Please put your hands together for, this is the entrepreneur, can I help you? The entrepreneur behind the skincare products. They are exhibiting on my right-hand side, so when we get an opportunity, please go visit their stand. Once again, thank you so much, Zuri. Appreciate it. All right, over to networking. What we're going to do now is Reto Emela, and we're going to network. Okay, let me not use that other word, but we're going to network. Business. It's business. Business. So, many of you, I saw you came with someone. Utlilele motu. I need you to tell that person, get lawabon. Get lawabon chomi. I will see you just now. We're challenging you to leave whoever you came with and to go and meet at least 5 new people. At least 5 new people. For the next 10 to 15 minutes, we're going to network. We're going to network. Go where your spirit leads you. At least 5 new people. That's our challenge to you. That's what we'd like you to do. Challenge accepted? Yes. Challenge accepted? Yes. Please do not leave. We still got 2 more powerful speakers to share with us. Lastly, we have our winner for the pitching competition, which we are going to announce right at the end. You don't want to leave. 15 minutes networking, at least 5 new people. And use this as an opportunity to pitch. Those 4 questions I shared with you, maybe you don't know what to say. Use those 4 questions to introduce yourself, right? Networking starts now. Your belongings, please don't leave them. Let's network. Let's network. Let's network. All right? You can get into your mini circles where you are. Let's a second, Momo LinkedIn, where you are, and just meet at least 5 new people. Circle right where you are. You don't have to move too far. Where you are sitting. At least second nyana, libe 3, libe 4 nyana. But must be new. At least 5 new people. At least 5 new people. Hashtag join us for tea. Hashtag together. Beke libeke. We're live. We're out here in Hammanskraal drive-through cafe. Systems and processes. Please, our exhibitors are on my right-hand side. Go to their stand. Go see the products that they're offering. Take a picture. Share it on your social media platforms. At least 5 new people. Kyalekopa.
Next, changing the buttons. This one's oh, this one has power on that one. Which one's this one?
The target is 5. At least 5.
I'm going to ask you to take a picture in my team.
Oh, for sure.
And then I'm going to ask you for the number before we tell your team.
At least 5 new people. The exhibit at the thing. Please go visit their stands. Please go and see what they offer, their products. On my right-hand side, we still got our net bankers. How about the pocket pause? 89 Rand, still available. At least 5 new people. Let's go.
Make sure net bank and tea comes out today.
Hashtag join us for tea. Hashtag together. Beke lebeke. We still got our net bankers with us. If you'd like to buy a pocket pause, only going for 89 Rand. 99 cents.
Somebody dropped their card outside.
This is not mine.
No, I don't know. Can you announce it?
Does it tap?
Okay, good. You can bring it. But there is one more.
Lizzie? Are you going?
I know. Don't judge.
I didn't know you got tickets.
Yeah?
You know how much I love Pirates of Omaha. Yeah, stay there.
And I wish I knew.
Enjoy.
Okay, next time.
You're all out. Oh, make sure you read wine the email.
Fella, we know those who go in think they have it. After what you guys did to Sundowns, we are scared.
No, but enjoy. Just go there and enjoy. And enjoy, that's it. Lovely seeing you. We'll see you in Northern Cape, 19th November. Sharp. At least 5 new people. Ska ploma da for too long, man. Kining uduti. Kushebile. Kushebile. Kubona utlile limang.
Right, brother. I think I met you through Mosh.
Mosh.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I love this. Mama is giving out business cards. Alkaline water. Thank you, Mami. Networking.
That's it. They want to move the screen.
Okay. On to the next one. On to the next one. Move to the next one. Move to the next one. We're still giving away 50,000 Rand. Grand prize, 50,000 Rand.
That gives us time to set up the screen for the presentations.
What should I write? Fantastic. I'm loving what I'm seeing. We are networking. At least five. I'm loving what I'm seeing. Exchanging of numbers, exchanging of business cards, exchanging of emails. I'm loving what I'm seeing. Let's continue networking. At least five. At least five. At least five. Three and counting, 2 more to go. 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. How are we doing? How are we doing? 5 more minutes. Five more minutes to go. Please remember to tag us on social media. Our 2 hashtags, hashtag join us for tea, hashtag together bekele beke.
I don't know where either of my phones are.
We're coming to the close of our networking. 3 more minutes to go. Exchange those business cards. Exchange those contact details. Pitch your business. My brother, how many? 5. Give out our board.
For you.
2 more minutes. No one wants to network with me. Why?
How are you, sir? It's fine. Thank you, sir.
Exchanging of business cards. Love it. Let's exchange business cards. This is what I love. Exchange. Exchanging of business cards taking place right here. One more minute. One more minute. One more minute. One more minute.
Not.
All right. On my right hand side, we have our exhibitors. Please, can we go and visit our exhibitors? How feet that are? You can take a picture of their products or what they're offering. Please tag them on a social media. 12 o'clock, we are back. Please, can we visit our exhibitors? On my right hand side. 12 o'clock, we are back. 10 minutes, we are back. 10 minutes, Ifel. Please visit our exhibitors on my right hand side to see what they've got on offer. Entrepreneurs, Pakoka Siman, here in Hammanskraal. Hammanskraal.
Photos, video.
Nedbank, bankers are still here. How about the pocket pause on my right hand side? Please go and see the bankers. Our exhibitors on the right hand side. But just for the next 10 minutes, let's visit their stands. Let's see what they have to offer. Let's tag them on social media. Back in 10 minutes, back at 12 on my right hand side. Hashtag join us for tea, hashtag together, Bekele Bake. At least 5. How about my camera was smiling? Exhibitors on the right hand side. Please visit our exhibitors on the right hand side. Just go see it. What do they have to offer? Go and see their products. Bariki-sang, what do they have? Online audience, we are networking. I'm challenging people to go and meet new people. You see why you need to be here, why you need to be with us physically. It's a networking session. The platform is still open for you. We still got 2 powerful speakers. If you have questions on systems and processes, please post them in the group. Tell us about the challenges that you have when it comes to systems and processes. And hopefully our speakers will answer them for you. But thank you so much for joining us and for showing us love. Hashtag join us for tea. Hashtag together. Bekele beke. If you haven't, Kyalekupa, Nyankela, please visit our exhibitors on my right. See what they've got to offer. Tag them on your social media. Hashtag join us for tea. Hashtag together. Bekele beke. We still got our Nedbank bankers at the back. If you'd like to purchase a pocket pause, 89 rand. Fela. Hounds at leap about 10. Tola change on top. Fantastic, loving what I'm seeing. Mahona khaludutsi mo. Oh, batho ba hao ba kreile. O ba bone. O bone ba kae? By 5. Okay. Water on my right hand side. If you're thirsty and you'd love some water, we have water available for you on my right hand side. Metsi, Vati. We're still going to announce our pitch winner. 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes.
Just 1 minute, what I need you to do, can you really... Guys, when he says, the moment he says, guys, let's settle down, can you and the guys come in and settle the people down? Because the program must then push on. So what you can do an even split. They've got 45 minutes each, if I'm not mistaken. Or whatever the case is, but it's a presentation and Q&A. So, but it's maybe one question per person, even if you take like 7 or so. I'll only pick up one.
When you are announcing the tell the features must not go without
If they do the Facebook share, maybe when you come back you do that, then it will see. She does at the same thing. For the son, for
Teachers not go without interview.
Who are they getting interviewed by? Who are they getting
They
interviewed
must go there.
All right, it's exactly 12 o'clock. Please, can we take our seats as we get ready to hear from our two powerful entrepreneurs? We'll still have time to visit our exhibitors. Kopariduleng Mofati. I humbly ask you to take your seats. Not take them, but sit on them.
Sophie, birthday girl, shout out to you. Shout out.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kopariduleng Mofati, please can we take our seats as we get ready? Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, please can you come and join us? Thank you so much. We're getting ready for second half of the program. Two powerful entrepreneurs to share with us their journey, the processes and systems that they've built in their businesses. All right. Hello. Hey. Hello, everyone. Right. Lishap. How was that session? Awesome. How many of you made 5 or more? Eric Gibon. Bona matsoa a ehla jwale. This side. Lovely. I saw they were giving out business cards. I just hope it's our desire that I feel more. Like exchanging the business cards, the contacts, and then it's like, what then? And then what? You know, sometimes we'll exchange contact to know. After 3 weeks, no, oh, yo. Kokai winga kai number yak. So I just always encourage entrepreneurs that after a session like this, just drop a text. Kina rekakaniko will have a chat during the week because sometimes what babangadi weekend ababui. So that's very, very important. We have our speaker with us, but before I introduce her, we also have a birthday girl in the house. Sophie on my left-hand side. It's her birthday today, so on behalf of T and everyone here, would love to say happy birthday. I mean, like, ki birthday ya how and omo. Ka birthday ya how. So, happy birthday. May you have a great day and many more years to see like today. Remu binen. Okay, but fast. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, Sophie. Happy birthday, Sophie. Happy birthday, Sophie. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. God bless you. Thank you so much. On your birthday, you would tea. We have another birthday. Name? Patience. Patience. Yo, die birthday saying career, die feel let's on. 1, 2, 3 for Sophie, for Patience, sorry. Happy birthday, Patience. Happy birthday, Patience. Happy birthday to you, Patience. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip! Hip hip! On behalf of T and everyone here, happy birthday, Patience. Thank you so much for joining us. I mean, it's your birthday. You could have been elsewhere doing something else, but you're here. We appreciate you and we love you. Thank you so much. Right. Phones. Quick exercise. Please, can we just take out our cell phones and go onto Facebook? When you get onto Facebook, please, can you just... We want to share the gospel, man. I mean, we had someone tuning in from Ghana a couple of sessions ago. Like, how would they know that there's something happening go Hammanskraal while they're in Ghana? We need to share the love. So, on Facebook, please visit the T page. T page is spelled Township Entrepreneurs Alliance. Trying to find the spelling. I know how to spell it, but sometimes I get it. Hey. Are we there? Are you on the T page? Are we there? On the T page, ne? So, you will see as you scroll down that the session is live. You can see me. It must be famous. All right. I'm trying to get to the session so that we... Oh, there I am. You see, there is like, comment, and share. Like one. Please, can you just click on the share button so that you can share this with your friends, your community, your followers, whoever's following you, just so that we spread the love and the gospel. Share. Mantima volume, man. Volume. All right, so just, the share. You know, the lovely thing about sharing this session is that after today, it stays on your timeline forever. So maybe there was something that you heard, but and you want to hear it again, you go onto your Facebook page, you click on the live, it plays again. To those of you who came and you pitched, you can re-watch your pitch again. It's on the platform. So please share the love and share the gospel. And then lastly, before I introduce our next speaker, those of you who pitched your business, can I see your hands? Your hands? Please don't leave. We need to do an interview. Yeah, we need to do an interview with you. I'll speak to the team so that we can get you in there and then you can do your interview. Let me bring on our next speaker. We still together? Right. Our next speaker is Sibusiso. It's not me. It's Bito. Rapekwane. Rapewane. I pronounce it properly. Rapekwane. Fantastic. All right. She is with us in the building. Just read her bio briefly. While research shows that 70% of small businesses fail within 24 months of launching, Sibusiso, founder and CEO, Chief Executive Officer of the Transformation Legacy, is determined to use her expertise in entrepreneurial development to change this narrative. This narrative that is saying 70% of small businesses are failing within 24 months of starting. As a seasoned entrepreneur, development expert, and business mentor with 15 years of experience, 15 years of experience, and 10 years in enterprise development, she strives to assist small, medium enterprises in Africa to build thriving, legacy-driven businesses. And she's here to speak to us about her business, her journey, the processes that she's using in her business, the processes that you can use in your business to take your business to the next level. Over 15 years of experience, I think she has quite a lot of wisdom to share. She's with us in the building. Please, can we put our hands together for Busi? Come this way, come this way, come this way. Come this way, there's a stage this way. While she's coming on stage, please, let's show her some love. Let's put our hands together for Busi Rapekwane. Let's show some love. Let's show some love. Let's show some love. Let's show some love. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sibusiso. Thank you, Bito. Dumelang. Legai. Reteng. As mentioned, Sibusiso, I run a business called the Transformation Legacy. My dream in terms of building businesses that can leave a lasting legacy started many years ago in 2007. I had completed my BCom accounting degree, and I knew for a fact that I didn't want to become a chartered accountant. I just knew. I'm like, no, I'm gonna get bored. I need to do something else. And in my second year, actually, when I was studying, I had started a business selling printed and branded t-shirts, making clothes, because I've always been creative. So I thought, let me use my creativity to make extra money and also, do something that I love, because accounting was not for me. I just knew. So I came home after I completed my degree because I was staying at varsity. And when I was just walking around, going to different shops, I realized that a lot of the businesses that I grew up knowing were either struggling to survive or had closed down. So I won't mention them by name, but I know if you are from my generation, you might know some of them. Some of the favorite shops that we used to go to buy chips, slab chips, and all of that. Those businesses were struggling to survive. And for me, it got me thinking, why is it that the small businesses in the township never survive beyond 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, And similar to businesses like Pick n Pay and ShopRite that we see growing and surviving, where you see the founder leaving the business to future generations. So it was from that year in 2007 that I decided that I want to contribute to making sure that businesses in the township become legacy businesses, become businesses that will be around in 50 years. I had a business, the skincare business, Zuri. Zuri, we want to see your business in 50 years, 60 years, and your business can exist without you as the founder, where you've, handed over to other people to run so that it can continue. And that's where the vision was born. In 2007, the vision was born to build legacy-driven businesses that can transition from one generation to the other and can contribute to growing the economy in the township, because there is potential in our township. You know, there's lots of potential, but unfortunately, as small businesses, we are not tapping into that potential because we are not growing and we're not, you know, we're not reaching our potential in terms of growth and sustainability. So that's my background in terms of how I landed up building a business called The Transformation Legacy. We are an entrepreneur development company. What we do is we provide business mentorship and coaching, as well as business skills training and support to small businesses so that you are equipped to run your business. I always make this example that for all the professions, you know, if you want to be an accountant, you know that you're going to go and you have to get a degree in accounting, right? To become an accountant. For you to be a doctor, you have to go to a university for 7 years to become a doctor. However, when it comes to entrepreneurship, we don't take the learning process seriously. We almost just start a business. You're like, I'm passionate about, you know, distributing water, and I'm just going to start this business. But we don't take a step back to say, what do I need to learn about building this business? What do I need to know? You know, how do I build a business? How do I make sure that this business makes money and makes profit and it grows and so forth and so forth? So for me, my passion is in making sure that we see entrepreneurship as a career, as a profession. We take it seriously so that we can learn, what do I need to do to build a business and make it successful, and learn all the steps, you know, that we need to follow in order for us to do that. So that's what we do at the Transformation Legacy. I've worn one of our t-shirts which represent what we are trying to do, which is about making sure that business, you know, if you don't know what your why is in business, why am I in this specific business, then you'll struggle to grow it. So that's the second thing that you need to do. Understand your why. Why am I in this business? What is the purpose of this business? What do I bring to this business that is unique to me, and what I have to offer? So those two things are really what anchors a business and what makes sure that it can last in the long term. And the third thing for me is, what are the possibilities for your business? Especially if you're starting a business in difficult circumstances, you know, you have to think about what is possible for this business beyond what I know, beyond the markets I know. So yes, you only know, maybe you might know the market of timber. But what are the possibilities? What other markets can you tap into? Or what other things can you offer in your business to make sure that it grows and becomes sustainable? So those would be the three things. I want you to think about them. If you've got a notebook, write them down, because ultimately you have to go back and say, what is this vision of my business? What am I really trying to achieve? Why am I doing this? And lastly, what are the possibilities that I can tap into as a business? All right. We're going to delve into speaking about business systems and processes and how you can build systems that will make sure that your business lasts. I want to bring a colleague, a friend, a fellow entrepreneur developer, Glenda Sitedi, to come up with me on stage. Glenda is the process queen, right? Glenda is really passionate about systems and processes. She's done it. She's traveled globally advising entrepreneurs and studying what entrepreneurs are doing in terms of building systems and processes. And I thought it would be valuable for us to have this discussion with her. Right.
Thank you so much, Busi, it's an honor to always be included. I was never prepared for this. You know, Busi always just hijacks, you know, but that's the nature of entrepreneurship. Hello to everyone, and thank you for joining us today. It's a pleasure to be able to share. Oh, can we have a seat? Oh, that's awesome. Maybe they have special people. Thank you. I think I've had the pleasure of being able to spend time with businesses, and I think what I've always done was be able to walk into a business and sit and watch how it is that you do things on the outside. And I think in my network, I'm always advising that it's okay for you to come up with that special sauce, and I think this is what I always talk about. It's okay that you have a recipe, but beyond you and the recipe, when you are not there to mix that recipe, can somebody take over? And I think that's the one important thing that I always speak with businesses, that it has to be simple. You can replicate the system, meaning outside of you, you can repeat the process, and to the T. You know, I think as small entrepreneurs, we get so attached to the fact that somebody can run off with your business, right? We say, I want to harbor the idea, or I want to hold the idea because I'm scared that someone will take over the idea. But for us to be, if Pick n Pay was scared of Spar, we wouldn't have competition in the first place. So it's for us being able to understand that businesses can exist, do the same thing, but you're not going to be able to feed the market alone. And that's what we need to understand. So if the pie is big enough for Spar to exist, for ShopRite to exist, for Pick n Pay to exist, why do you see it as a threat if you were to teach someone? So Pick n Pay, when they onboard you as an employee, they don't think you're gonna go start another grocery store. You know, even if you do, it will take you, a bit of a mileage for you to even catch up to where Pick n Pay is, right? Same applies with us. We need to start seeing the opportunity of investing in processes. QMS is only developed because you can replicate the system and you can give it over to someone and they can do it as well as you can. That for me is a business. Most of us are still in a phase of self-employed, if we really are honest, because you are the business, right? But you can't leave the business and leave the business to run. Most of us are even scared to step outside of the business because things will fall apart, right? And I think also Lizzie really touched on that we need to get to a point where we can document everything, leave the document to someone, and look on the outside and see it run without you as the individual. Yeah, so for me, that's the one thing that I've had the pleasure to do, Wusi. And, I always encourage business owners to say, get someone that you're mentoring. Put someone next to you who understands your business to the T just like you do. That's going to alleviate a lot of pressure on you as the business person. It's one thing for you to have founded the business. We'll always recognize that. But you need to be able to let somebody else run it on the outside and see that oiled machine run in your absence, for sure.
And I agree with what you're saying completely. For me, that's the reason why businesses do not grow and reach their potential, because they are so dependent on the business owner. When you're not there, the business is not running. And we've been to certain shops, where the shop is not open that day because the business owner is sick or they're somewhere else or they've got a commitment. So the business stops when you are not there because there are no processes to continue without you. I want to go to the point of maybe let's break down this word system because it might sound complicated and so forth. Like, what is it really? Because for me, it's like, just outline how do you do things. If a client had to call you, you must have a way in which you respond to calls. That's simple. That's a system, right? So tell me, like in your experience, where have you seen, entrepreneurs missing out on basic things that they can turn into a system?
Now, let's take, for example, today, right? We've got exhibitors, right? For me, if you were the business owner, and you're great at closing a deal, right? Let's start there. You're great at closing a sale. Meaning that if you were to explain your product, you would get someone to buy it immediately. You've got that potential. That's why business owners like taking that initiative that, okay, I'm gonna exhibit, I'm the one that's going, right? Because we know that you can sell your business. For me, it starts there. Take someone and teach them how to sell just like you. They need to be able to pitch and close a deal while you watch and stand back, right? But then you start identifying that, that one thing that you did not mention, that is important because that's what gets people to buy, right? What that is going to do, like what you're saying, Busi, is that it develops a standard pitch. It develops a standard selling point for your business, right? Meaning that in your absence, someone can equally pitch your product, understand it, and answer questions just as well as you can in your absence. So that means the business can make money outside of you. So for me, that's also the one key thing that businesses need to start, small businesses need to start at, right? It's great that you can pitch, but get 5 of you that can pitch your business and know that they can come back with the funding. What is daunting, or what makes, and I always share this with entrepreneurs, when you get entrepreneurs getting to a point where they are no longer excited about the business, it's because you've done it alone too long. So you are exhausted now. But you can't run with 10 people who can pitch your business. Meaning that if you're the one sourcing money and you have 5 other people sourcing money for your business, that gives you strength to keep on going. But you get to a point where you are so exhausted that you are unable to even identify ideas externally, right? You can leave the pitching to someone at some point and start identifying opportunities like Busi said. But it requires the business owner to be able to always have an aerial view. But if you're always running on the ground, you're unable to see the aerial view of your business. Does that make sense? So for me, it's to say, it's great that entrepreneurs locally are taking initiative to sell your product. But get people that you can invest the very same amount of time to standardize your pitch, to be able to close sales and understand the product equally just like you can, and make a lot of those. I mean, we see it all the time. You know, these huge marketing companies, right? We see them in town, right? They put a lot of salespeople. Those people invest a lot of time in getting people to understand the product, be able to replicate the system, and go out and put on as many soldiers, foot soldiers, as you possibly can. So for me, that is the start. And I think if you can standardize that, for example, for a normal employee at the office, you want to turn them into a guru salesperson. Start writing simple things for them. Hi, how are you, sir? I'm good, and you? My name is whoever and whoever. I'm from this company, you know. This is what we do. Our product is this and this and this and this. Special thing that gives us a competitive advantage. This and this and this and this. They need to be able to repeat those things like you are sleeping. Like if I had to wake you up as the business owner, and I had to say, what's your business? You would tell it to me from the back of your head. You need to create more and more people like that. Because like that, what then those people will then do is they will go back and ensure that efficiency happens. So they now start understanding the process. And that allows you to be able to step away from the business. So that's for me a start.
That is an amazing start. I think, yes. A really amazing start. I think the key takeaway there is write every single thing down. So as you are doing a sales pitch, as you are speaking to clients, as you are receiving that call and attending to an inquiry, write down exactly what you say, write down exactly how you answer to those inquiries, so that when you are hiring new people, you can then train them on the processes that you have been following.
And I remember, Busi, you know, some people, when I want to touch a little bit about my entrepreneurship journey, I used to be, while I was at tertiary, I did these marketing things. So I stood at shops, you know, for Parmalat, right? And that's how I started learning how big companies did it. And sometimes we ignore the experience that we get from doing those minor jobs. I mean, I was at tertiary, I needed to make extra money, and that was the one way that I could. You know, I would come up with a Saturday, you know, 1.8 for a couple of hours. Great, I'm making money. But I learned how to be able to create that system for my business. I learned it on the ground. So I actually wanted to say that they could standardize, you know, make it easy. And then they would take us out for a number of days, and you were called a retrain. You know, retrain means that you go with an expert to the field, but you are listening and watching. So you learn what the expert knows, right? So take your people on retrain. And so what we always ignore is that sometimes you have that one person. And another thing, I will mention that it's dangerous to rely on one person in your business.
Yeah.
And this is what small businesses do as a mistake. So that person takes a day off, you are stranded again, right? But what you can do is alternate your departments, right? Get someone from your marketing team to come out to the field with you. It doesn't hurt if your marketing person knows a sales pitch, right? It doesn't hurt if your accountant knows a sales pitch. You need everybody in the business understanding their business. Whether it's the product, whether it's the service that you're providing, you need everybody understanding that particular process. Yeah, so you have your accountant selling at some point, right? You have someone who is front desk being able to pitch your product, because sometimes a client ends at reception. They don't get to see the marketing person. You need the reception to be able to answer questions. So alternate the people that you're working with. Take them out on a day, get them to pitch and do sales. For me, that was something that was very powerful for me. Absolutely.
Sure.
So Busi, I've got a question for you, right?
Yes.
Since now, this is a conversation, so I want you to be able to share your journey.
Yeah.
Busi, in terms of, what is the one thing that entrepreneurs miss as a learning process? And I know I attended, a summit that your organization hosted. And I know Transformation Legacy spoke about how you can't get a doctor who just puts on a coat and then claims that they can, fix people or they can help people. Tell us, what is the one key component that you realize at the Transformation Legacy that every entrepreneur needs to equip themselves with before they even jump into starting a business?
Sure. I think one of the biggest things for me that I've seen is the need to do personal development. And I know that it sounds like it has nothing to do with business. But if you are not self-aware, if you don't know who you are, if you don't understand your strengths, if you don't understand your areas of development, if you don't understand your own barriers, it's going to be difficult for you to even attempt to embark on the entrepreneurship journey. And all of us have those things. All of us have barriers that only we know about, right? It could be self-doubt. It could be I'm not confident to sell, It could be I struggle with procrastination. It could be anything. You need to identify those barriers up front so that they do not prevent you from building your business. For me, that is the foundation. The foundation is personal development and building your mindset. Absolutely. So I always say you can only go as far as your mind can go, right? If you cannot dream of being successful, if you cannot even comprehend in your mind what that looks like, how do you go on a journey where you're trying to make a business a success? It would be difficult. It will limit you. So the first thing is about personal development and really building a strong entrepreneurship mindset, and a mindset that says that anything is possible, a mindset that says I can be successful, a mindset that says even if I come across obstacles, I will conquer those obstacles because I know what I'm made of. So those for me are the critical thing and component before we even get to, okay, let me understand how to run a business and how it works and all the mechanics. If you get that right, you'll be able to navigate anything in your business.
I want to actually touch on that, Busi, because I was asked this a couple of years back and I had to stand outside of my business and write it down. The one thing that we often, forget as entrepreneurs is if you can't even put your vision in words, how do you articulate that vision to the many other people that will follow you in that business? So some of us, we're passionate about a product, but we are unable to articulate it to the rest of the team. And I know small businesses struggle with this. We struggle with retention of employees, right? One, you can't pay them a salary that big companies can. So one, you need staying power. But what is it that keeps people attached to that particular vision? You need to be able to really communicate what it is that you envision as the founder of the business and be able to really articulate it well enough that other people are able to follow and actually trust this vision. Because once we see you as the business owner, kind of not sure of what you're doing, if somebody offers me a CV, to bring my CV, I might be reconsidering. And there are some companies, you get a shocker, right? Where someone is offered another job and the person immediately says, no, I'm fine. And you're like, what are they giving this person? And then you think it's attached to money. But it's not. Because organizational culture is a system. And that's the part that we forget, right? Organizational culture is what it is that we do every morning. And so that goes back to systems and processes. How does our day look like, right? Guys, it cannot be frazzled. 1 minute we're doing this, 1 minute, you understand? When you go back to processes and system is, let's outline a normal day for delivery speed, Let's outline what a normal day for someone delivery speed look like. So we get to the office, we open up, Do we have a prayer session? Do we have a motivational session? You know, those are things that even outside of you, you can't just walk up one day in the week and say, yeah, let's have a motivation. Okay, is it part of the system? You thought about it? What happened? Did you wake up with inspiration? Is this standard? You know, do we do this every day going forward, or do we only do it when you are here? You know, now you're robbing even the people in your business to take initiative, right? But guess what? When you standardize it and say there's motivation, one day you're not there, guess what? Your marketing person says, I can do motivation today because it's standard. Then they start, you know, investing time in understanding that, oh, okay, so this is how a standard day looks like. But guess what? Normally over time, that develops something, and we've heard these words a lot, right? In marketing courses, something called a QMS. You know that booklet, right? They always say you have to develop a QMS module. But QMS, when you really go into, it's just the business culture from A to Z. It's what the business standardly does all the time. You understand? It's getting people to really just understand what the business stands for. And so I want to challenge small businesses that, as a small business owner, go back and this week, start with a one-pager. Start with a one-pager to just put down your processes of what your business entails. And let's see by the end of the week if you won't have 5 or 6 pages. Because you're going to start realizing, oh, the marketing person doesn't know what to do. Let me write what the marketing person must do every single day. Oh, the accountant doesn't know what to do. Let me write what the accountant must do every single day. Those things combined become your QMS. Guess what? When you speak to an investor, I'm not even asking you what your processes are. You're saying, this is a model that you can take. You can replicate it somewhere else. We've done the standard procedure for you. When I look at that as an investor, I can put my money on that because you can tell me where your money goes, where you spend most of your time, what is the most, labor-intensive area of your business. We work with people that are investors that go into businesses, right? And they can turn over the value of a business. How that is done is by being able to take that particular system, look at the areas that are labor-intensive or that are cost-intensive, and we can introduce automation and say, this is how we can turn your business from being valued at this amount to getting to the X amount, simply because we can realize the loopholes. But if you have no record of that process, how do we identify? Absolutely. So,
yeah.
Osama says, wow, right? And I like that. I think that deserves a round of applause. Busi, tell us about some of the things that Transformation Legacy does, the causes that are critical that you take to entrepreneurs.
Okay. So we take entrepreneurs through all the areas of business, starting with personal development and self-mastery, which is critical because we want to make sure that you've got a resilient mindset when you are embarking on this entrepreneurship journey. Then we go into business strategy, right? And business modeling. And when we talk about business strategy, we touch on the point that I mentioned earlier on and that you also mentioned about what is the vision of this business, because everything will come from there. You know, how you see your business, what you want to achieve, the impact that you want to make in the market. That's going to determine how your operations are now run and the type of systems and processes that you're going to need in your business for you to achieve that vision. And then we have courses such as business operations management, where we run through this type of systems and processes that you're going to need. And in basic form, it's just about understanding the type of activities that your business participates in on a day-to-day basis for you to be able to service your clients and for you to be able to reach your business goals. So what are those activities, So that's what we cover under the business systems and processes. And then other important aspects are like your financial management, and cash flow management. And we know how tricky financial management can be for small businesses. And most small businesses close down because of cash flow issues. Just the last few modules that I want to mention is the sales and marketing component, which is important in terms of business growth. But what I've seen, is a pitfall for most businesses is inconsistency. So when customers come to you today, when you are in a good mood and your employees are in a good mood, great service, great food, or whatever you're selling, everything is great. When you're not in a good mood and whatever is happening in your life, then, bad service. So there's inconsistency in terms of service and products sometimes that entrepreneurs provide. And how writing down every single process helps is you make sure that you are consistent. When I'm buying kota today, it must taste the same way that it tasted yesterday. That's what we want. And that's what all customers want. They want to trust in your product and the service. They want to trust that they're going to get the same thing that they paid for yesterday if they come back again today. So it's all about that. If you are able to be consistent in your product, in your service, then you're going to get more clients, you're going to grow, you're going to be sustainable, and maybe we'll see your business in 30 years' time or 40 years' time. For me, it's about those basic things. Get the basics right. Let's not overcomplicate it. Get the basics right. If you're selling water, it must taste the same. If you are providing a certain service or accounting service, when people come to you and you provide that service within 7 days, it must be 7 days all the time. Just let's do the basics right so that we can gain the trust of our customers and also be able to expand beyond our current reach.
Busi, recently we ran workshops for a group of entrepreneurs, and I'm actually taking from what you're saying, right? The one thing that we touched on as well that small businesses do as a mistake is we're always chasing the next dollar, but we don't retain the ones who've already bought from us. Yeah. So let's take, for example, if someone buys from you, you don't even take the time to go acknowledge them, right? And these are the people that are supposed to make a noise about the service that they provided. But you focus, it's like our retention rate is so bad. It's always a new person. How we alternate employees, even our customers, it's always a new 100 rand. It's not a returning 100 rand. Because we see it as not valuable to go back and say, thank you for partnering with us. It was something that was very important and actually said, Khudi does an amazing job, as he always does it, and I follow him, and I want to say I appreciate that. I've seen him use his own service because he wants to ensure that the process is the same every single time, the consistency. So you're the business owner, go and be a customer and see what happens in your business. The day you're not there, just come in as a customer or send somebody to just quickly, pass by at your place. And let's see if the same consistency will be applied when you're there and when you're not there, right? We need to start being able to use our own businesses and realize the faults when we're outside. You do an amazing job, Khudi. I want to actually, applaud you on that. Yeah. But the one thing that we spoke about a lot about in the workshop was how it is important. VW, even if you have had their car for 15 years, and you still take them for service, they still say thank you very much for being a loyal client. Please do come back. We still have service on this, and they want you to come back. And you keep on buying a VW because that's the type of service that we do. Small businesses don't invest in customer retention. We're always chasing the new 100 rand. So now that someone bought, you are focused on the next one, right? And this is what turns people off. It turns people off from your service. Yeah, you're doing an amazing quarter, but have you given them something for free once? Just so that they come back? It can't be like that, guys. Because the value of that slice of cheese that you put in as an extra, guess what? It returns a quarter percent. It retains the next 20 rand that is going to come back. It's nothing compared to the slice of cheese that you invested to get that person to come back. So we don't see it valuable in returning our clients like that. It's okay to just once, if you are in coffee, give them a free cup of coffee and say, thank you, you've been here, I've seen you the entire month. Here's a free cup for being a loyal, client. Those are the people that are supposed to go out and rave about your service. You want to keep those people happy. Does that make sense? And I hope it's understandable for a lot of business. Start investing. Well, it's something to invest in marketing. Start investing in retention. So if you've realized that you've got a product that people are buying, invest in retention of those people because they will continue making a noise about the excellent service they've gotten. Absolutely.
Awesome. Yeah.
So I don't know if Busi has the final words. Busi, share with us a current book that you're reading, or a book that has impacted how you've founded and run Transformation Legacy, and just final words for everybody that's sitting in the crowd.
All right. Book that I'm currently reading, okay, I'm done with it, but I think I'll mention it because it was very impactful, is Atomic Habits. I forgot the author, I'll get it for you now, but it's Atomic Habits, and it basically speaks about if you want to achieve something, you cannot achieve your goals without changing some of your habits. Woo, there it is. Yes.
Powerful.
Yes, yes.
I think now is on the way. I see.
It is a powerful book that speaks about changing the small habits, right? Getting the small things right, changing those small habits to build up to you achieving your goals. And a book that has had impact on me is Shoe Dog. That was by Phil Knight, the founder of Nike. So he shares his journey in terms of building the company. It's a really nice book because he's gone through many obstacles, like all the obstacles that you can think of as an entrepreneur, he went through. So it's really nice how he built resilience over the years and how he's managed to build a brand. And the vision that he had those many, many years ago when he started Nike is the same vision that he has today. So for me, it really impacted me in terms of really establishing what is the big vision of your business and what is the purpose of the brand or the company that you're trying to build. So yeah, that book really, really clarified the importance of understanding your purpose and vision. Yeah. So those would be the two books for me that really, really stood out.
Thank you so much, Busi.
Thank
It was a
you.
pleasure to be included in this session. I hope it was powerful for you. Busi, once again, continue doing the amazing work that you're doing. It's an honor to always be working side by side, you know. But thank you so much.
Thank you, Glenda. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That was Busi, and you guys are a good tag team, eh? Like, we'll tag team Abakena this time. No, ask them this one. Please, let's give them a round of applause. Thank you so much. Powerful and practical. Can we get, my brother? Can we just get a picture with Busi before we give her? Are we still together? No, don't. You take the picture. They'll focus on me. We're still together. You know, one thing that I picked out from that presentation, it made me laugh. But they shared really powerful, practical stuff around systems. Come back. So, before I give you the gift and introduce, how do people get hold of you? Because you shared amazing work, the courses that you run. Someone's asking, okay, but how do I learn? Where do I get information?
We are very easily accessible. On all social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, The Transformation Legacy. You can also just send us an email on info@transformationlegacy.com. I'm still here. I'll give you business cards in case you want to reach us. But please do follow us on our social media pages. We do free webinars on a monthly basis that you can join virtually. And yeah, we share a lot about the work that we're doing, so you can join our programs or any of the events that we're hosting. But yeah, all the information is on our social media pages. Thank you.
Thank you so much. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Busi Rapekwane. Let's give her a massive round of applause. So we've got a gift for you. So, as Bulelani mentioned, everything that's inside is from our exhibitors. I just want to show you, maybe some of you didn't go and visit the exhibitors. Holale shower gel, ya lemon. We also have, there's water as well. Lee ice cubes, sparkling water. There is a t-shirt inside. There is, sure, Mopani worms. Yeah, Mopani worms. But this one is barbecue flavor. Yeah? Mopani wants a barbecue. No, these ones I must try. So we've got more goodies inside of you, and this is from also Fitment Duza. We just want to say thank you, and we wish you all the best. Continue making a difference. Thank you, thank you. One more time, round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Busi. Thank you. Oh, me. Are we still together? We're still together. We've got one more speaker. We then announce who our pitch winner is. 50,000 Rand grand prize that we're giving away. I want to know mntwana ujabulile uzwe 50,000 yahleka kodwa yo ngabe ngikhona ukupitcha. All right. Our last speaker is they've been speaking about this gentleman, Delivery Speed. They've been mentioning him. He's just having a conversation with him, man. He's laid back, man. He's laid back, but he's really doing tremendous work. Libito, who is he? What is he about? What does he do? What is his bio? What is his journey? He'll show more about it, but briefly from our side, the name ke Khudiragetse, the founder of Delivery Speed. Just briefly, his bio. He has had a dramatic impact on the tutoring industry with his business. This was one of his business. It still exists. Okay, so you've got another one and another one. Okay, cool. His business, Goody Tutors SA, of which prides itself on servicing South Africa's top tier organization, soccer clubs, over 300 tutors nationwide. Over 300 nationwide. I think that deserves a round of applause. At the tender age of 25. Yeah? 25. Is it still? My brother. Wow. So 25. He's pushing the envelope. He's redefining the boundaries of possibilities. He's certainly a game changer. He's driven to adding value and creating transformational change. And he's got this exciting business venture. Delivery Speed to life. Doing grounds here in Hammanskraal. He's here with us to share his journey, what he's about, and how he's using technology to advance his business and his systems and processes. Ladies and gentlemen, please can we put our hands together and show some love for our brother, Khudiragetse from Delivery Speed. Come on, we can do better, we can do better. We can do better than that. Brother, over to you. Is it loaded?
Just check with him. Hi everyone. My name is Khudi. Sharp.
Okay, Sharp. No, maybe I want like a scooter. So
the presentation, good. Are we cool? My name is Khudi. I'm the founder and CEO of Delivery Speed. Today I'm going to take the opportunity to take you through what exactly is Delivery Speed, why do we exist, when did we start, and what does the future look like for us. We started Delivery Speed last year, 2021, July. I remember Kibuile High and I'm trying to order something. And then I realized that, Mr. Dilu Uber, they are not working here. And the guys that are already operating, Mokasi, Banyaga bank Hatiaka, Bayago Molong, Bayorega Kayona, and then Babuwe, but it's a delivery. And I was like, no way, there has to be a better way. But another problem that I had was, every time, if you had time to and then only come back in a few years and that, it's so sad when you come back and obona classmates how to go high school or primary school or whatever. Right? It's really, really sad. And they even call you Grotman. And you're like, Mauti, I'm not Grotman, right? It's really, really sad. And for me it was, yes, Goody Tutors is doing well in the cities, it creates employment and that. But Mokasi, what's happening? What kind of business can I create? hore maothi ba tlohe ko ditseleng and come back and work and make some extra income. And we started Delivery ka Speed to solve those two problems. One, to create employment in the townships, but two, to create convenience for our customers. Because what we've seen in the township is that there's been quite a lot of development, right? There's malls that are popping up almost every year. And with these malls, what they do, they bring big brands, Bo McDonald's, Bo KFC, which at their core, they're supposed to be convenient. But because McDonald's in a radius of 30 kilometers, it's no longer convenient. So some people don't want to go there anymore because they're in my line. And for us as Delivery ka Speed is, how can we come in and make sure we solve the problem for them? And it's very important that before you start any business, you should understand the problem that you're solving. And again, number two, are people willing to pay you to solve the problem for them? Because there are some problems you really don't need people to solve it for you. Right? So as a business owner, you need to understand, is this problem really a problem? Or is it just the problem that I have? You know, the problems you have, everybody else has them. But that's not the case. So when you want your business to do really, really well, just try to find problems that everybody has. How can you solve them? But with solving them, how can you empower the rest of the community? So with Delivery ka Speed, I remember when we started, I had the idea and I had a bit of savings. I think I had like 10K to use on this business, and I needed a team because obviously I can't do this by myself, because the vision is this business needs to go national, right? I was already thinking that before we even started trading. How do I get this business to go nationwide? So with the savings I had, we're like, okay, do we do an app or do we do WhatsApp? At the time, we decided to go with WhatsApp, again, because everybody has WhatsApp. It's easy to trade on WhatsApp. But it was not the platform to take us to the next level. It was a platform to start, right? And I think a lot of entrepreneurs get stuck on the start part. Look at what you have around you. Sometimes you don't need a lot of funding. If unali garage ko morao, that's funding, right? If you have clothes and stuff that you can use, that's funding. Look what you have around you and use that, because there are some people who don't have that. And they're like, go push a business, but they don't have all those resources that you have. Anyway, we started on WhatsApp. It was crazy. We had a chatbot. A chatbot is basically automatic. So when you say hi, it'll respond and it'll say which restaurant do you want and all of that. On the day of the launch, that chatbot crashed. Like it was not working anymore. Now the team listen, chatbot, no wiralang. Alright? And now, like, okay, what do we do? And we decided to just do it manually and talk to people. And it's crazy how people are so particular. And remember, we have to order the food. Full chicken, cut it 8, and I'm thinking, when you're like, but those are the problems that you see when you start to say, okay, if customers are so particular about their flavors, when we do an app, what kind of features should we add? We should add the flavors there. Okay, onale mild, onale hot, onale extra hot, askaria or baba or and all of that, right? So that's what you learn from starting. Number two, we understand that a lot of people don't have jobs in the communities that we operate in. And for us, the passion is wherever we go, we need to hire locals. So with Delivery ka Speed, wherever you go, whether it's Hammanskraal, Soshanguve, or any other areas that we operate in, the drivers are from there. All right? No one comes from the outside and start doing deliveries in that area. Because what we've understood is, one, there is crime in the townships. That's standard. But the moment next door, who was sitting at the corners, and now Delivery ka Speed, waking up every day, going to work, e-bike going to work and making an honest living. If it's gonna change something about you before. And that's why so far we've never had any crime. No one has robbed us. No one has. Because we have the community buy-in, right? You see, the people that you see on our e-bikes, it's people you know. And these are people who just want to better their lives. They want to make some extra income so that they don't queue for that 350. We want to earn our 350, right? This month here, I want to decide, okay, do I want to wake up and go work or not? So when we started Delivery Ka Speed, those were the two fundamental issues that had to be done so that the business can scale. I'm just going to skip to the next page. Controller. Is it working? Oh. If it's not working, it's fine. Okay, but anyway, so we started on WhatsApp 5 months later. 5 months later, so we started in July. By November, we had already done 1 million in terms of revenue from just WhatsApp. And I'm saying that number because it's important that you always try to put milestones, right? When you start the month, ask yourself, when am I going to celebrate? When I do what? Right? Because it's important to celebrate, guys. We're working so hard. This thing is difficult. Set a milestone for yourself and celebrate it with the team so that everybody feels part of it. So by then, we started, we did our first 1 million in 5 months. And then we understood that the business has to grow. It can't be just in Hammanskraal and Soshanguve. We want to go nationwide. What do? We look for funding. But now, we look for funding when we already have a track record. When we go to investors, we're showing them that, guys, look, we made 1 million in 5 months. Ka WhatsApp. Imagine if we get an app that you will sponsor, that you will pay for, how much money we could make, how much impact we could have in our townships. So whenever you need funding, always try to have a track record. Because the track record, if Barwayaka, you can just say, look at my numbers, then I don't have to say anything. They can just see the numbers and see that this business really works. So we raised funding in January this year. We raised 2 million of funding that we used to, thank you. The funding we used to get the app. If you haven't downloaded our app, it's beautiful. I love it. I use it every day. But there's also a thing that we did with our app. Most people will say, hey, I'm not going to start because I don't have an app and I don't have an app. I can't develop and whatever. We can't develop either. So what we decided to do was to find an app that was already working, right, in Botswana, right? An app is working. It's called Yummy. And we contacted them and said, guys, we want an app. We don't have money. We want an app. It must be called Delivery Ka Speed. It must have our colors. It must do everything. And these are the lessons that we've learned on WhatsApp. Things like direction. On WhatsApp, people were sending us voice notes. Kadi direction. But how do we move away from that? Because what if now quickly that language and I'm a driver? Right? So we decided to use pin locations. So in our app, you don't have to type in the address number because sometimes some houses, they don't have streets. And if you put it on Google Maps, it won't show up. But with a pin, it's direct and the driver will know how to get there. So those are some of the things that we've learned from WhatsApp, took them to an app. And again, with an app, how much did we spend to build the app? 0, right? Because we try to find relationships. People who've built apps like this, how can we work with them so that we can scale the business? So we raised the funding, built the app, changed the colors of the business, relocated our office here in Hammanskraal, hired more people. We have over 15 people working at our office, all black, all under 30, all from Hammanskraal. And these are graduates, right? Everybody's a graduate in our business. And what we then said is, okay, we have the funding. How do we differentiate ourselves from Uber and Mr. D? Because we're going to go into some areas where Uber and Mr. D are existing. So we did 3 things. Unfortunately, you can't see them here, but I'll just mention. So we're doing 3 things as a business to be different from Uber and Mr. D. Okay? 1, every time when you order on Delivery Ka Speed, you get your delivery fee back in airtime. I'll repeat. Every time when you order on Delivery Ka Speed, you get your delivery fee back in airtime. You'll never get that from Uber or Mr. D. And we know because airtime e botlhokwa. You know, airtime advance ke mathata. So when you know that you're getting airtime, every time when you order, you'll always order on Delivery Ka Speed. Because why? You're getting airtime. That's number 1. Number 2, on Fridays, when you order on Delivery Ka Speed, you can order from more than 1 restaurant at the same time and get 1 delivery. So say you're in KFC, Motoha Chicken Licken, you can make that 1 order in 1 app, 1 payment, and get 1 delivery. Uber and Mr. D are not doing that yet. We're giving them 6 months nyana to catch up. And the last one, which is my favorite, because we're coming from townships, we understand the dynamics. And what we've learned is that people in the townships are going through a lot. Like, it's so hard living in a township. And I'm talking mental-wise. It's so hard living in a township mental-wise. But and you're like, why? Right? You know, all those things are hard for a person in the township. We have GBV cases mostly in townships. There's crime in townships. The most alcohol consumption is in townships. So mentally, we are struggling, right? And I think the moment we start admitting that we need help mentally so that we can be bigger people, then that's when things will start to change. So how are we trying to solve that with Delivery Ka Speed? Every time when you order from Delivery Ka Speed, you'll get a motivational quote given to you by hand by one of our drivers. And on Mondays, it's the same one. On Mondays, it's new week, we try again. Because we know so many people that are trying, but nobody sees them. You're a breadwinner, go higher, you know, you're working so hard every day, you come back, nobody appreciates you. And the moment you stop trying, that's when, you know, and for us as a business, with 1 delivery, how can we try to change that mindset to say, look, we see you, we try again, right? Don't stop. Every day, when you order on Delivery Ka Speed, it's a different message. And we decided to do this with a paper. It's not a notification that you're going to get on your app or whatever. But, hi ma'am, this is from Delivery Ka Speed. Just a simple message, right? And I mean, people now starting to post them on social media and that, because that's how powerful they are. And again, why are we doing that? Because we understand that people in the township are struggling mentally, right? Some just don't want to admit it, right? It's very, very difficult growing up in a township mentally. There's so many issues that are necessary. And we ask ourselves, why does things have to be like this, right? And mentally, it's very, really difficult because there's a circle in the townships. And the moment where now you're out of that circle, baru gets more bitter. And you're just like, guys, I'm also trying to live my thing. Can I just try to push? There are some people about Khoile, but you don't know why, right? And it's tough when you don't even have someone to talk to. Now at the office, because we understood this, everybody at our office has access to a therapist virtually. And they can talk about anything, right? Because we've understood. Thank you. And on your screen, these are some of the quotes. My favorite one is this one, where it says, as your life changes, so might your circle. Like, we don't realize that some people are not there with us forever. There are some people who are there for that season, and they go. But if you don't know they are supposed to be there for the season, now but when you know, no, I'm going on to a different season. I need different people. And for us as Delivery Speed, if we are able to tell you that, you'll never forget us, right? And that's our way of trying to change the mindset in the township, because we believe that the moment people start thinking right, the moment everybody understands, or if they want to change things, you have to change yourself first. Like, look inside. What needs to change before you want to change everything? And for us as a business, if we have an opportunity to do that, by just delivering food, we'll give you this message, and ultimately we can win this war that we have in our townships. Thank you.
I man, like we share episode we share because he was just dropping and dropping and dropping. Like, this is what it's about, like creating a platform where it's possible, it can be done. How 1 million in 5 months? I was like, nah, man. Oh, nah, more location in 5 months. Oh, what's up? Amen. Aye. Please, can we just give him another round of applause? Power. Yo. So, I usually have quite a lot to say after the speakers, but I'm not going to. Yeah, we've got the gift, but we're going to open it up for questions. Just 5 questions, and then we get please don't get straight into it. If I see you, and then because he's still around, okay? Yeah. 5. First hand, second hand, third hand, fourth hand, fifth hand. What are the question, ma'am? Fifth, ne? Okay. Please, can the 5 please come to the front? We've opened up space for another 2. 2, please come to the front. Another one. All right. Yeah, have a seat. Take center stage, man. Oh. Yeah. All right, to our question is. Because question is, yeah, our question is, please guys, I know you're entrepreneurs, I want to get working. But for now, just name, surname, 1 question, straight to the point, please. Thank you. My brother?
Sanibonani. Igama uZola Nsibande, and we are in Springs. The one question I have for you, sir, is I take it because you employ a lot of people, and it's most probably virtual. How do you go through your processing, your sourcing, advertising or recruitment, let me put it that way, and how do you maybe do a background check and the whole process of onboarding a driver or a tutor?
Sure. Cool. Thanks. Thank you so much for that. So, I mean, I'm gonna start with the tutoring business because I don't talk much about it, and it's an emotional journey for me. And it's funny because there's a lady who approached me now. We used to go to vets together, and she's like, "Hey, you were always stepping out of the class about phone," because that's what I was doing, right? I was running the company while I was still at school. And when I had to get an office, I got an office in Braamfontein, and at the time, because obviously I dropped out of school and whatever, I had to turn that office into a bedroom at night. So that's where I would sleep. But for me, to answer your question, me getting that office, it was for me to make the business credible, to have the brand at the back, so that when I start doing interviews, tutors are like, I'm okay, business and need the most goody tutors, there's a brand and whatever. But they don't know at the back of the head, right? And that's not important to them. To them is the credibility of the business, because you're getting people with with master's degrees and whatever, they're coming here, they want to be tutors. So they need to come to a space where they feel like it's credible, right? So that's what we did. But now, I mean, I have a full team that recruits tutors nationwide. We still do interviews face to face, because one thing we've understand with tutoring is you could have the good marks, right? So we try to put you in a scenario where you have to tutor someone in that interview. So those are some of the things that we do in terms of interviews. With Delivery Ka Speed, this one we must see where you stay, where you must also come to our office, because these people are people who see customers every day, right? And they are representing our brand. And we're so particular about our brand, and we value our brand so much, right? So even on social media, you will see how we put together our brand. The artists that we work with, you know, when you see our brand and the people that you work with, you should be able to know what is the purpose of this business already and what is their mission, right? Without asking me, Hudi, what do you guys stand up for? So with drivers, we make sure that we see where they stay. If we have to meet the family, let's meet the family, you know, so that they know that they're part of, you know, a company that's growing. So those are some of the measures that we do in terms of recruitment. Thank you.
Dumela Hudi, ke nna Tshego, ke company ya ke Salmo 24. I'm a creative, ke inventor, ke ithutile ka ditaba tsa IP. So my suggestion to you ke gore you already have a niche in the market. So consider IPing your systems and processes, especially the dirang business how in the authentic, like the motivation and the fact ya gore o create it into yourself. So IP that idea, so that body nendo selebo mang when they want to start doing that, they must pay you license for that. Yeah. Another thing you hore bo nendo se bo KFC spare le bo McDonald's as the companies are kama Africa ba isa chelete go go, so they might as well pay you gore o tlo kgona give back to the community as you are already doing. They aren't giving as much as you are doing right now.
Sanbonan Kamutogozani, all the way from Soweto, the founder of Izola Olika. My question is simple. I've asked you this on social before. When are you launching in Soweto? I would like to sign up.
Cool, thank you so much for that. Hey, Soweto, ish. Hey. So, and a lot of people are tagging us, you know, on Twitter and say, come to Soweto, come to Soweto. And when we do the research, those people don't stay in Soweto. And now, Soweto, Baraboma, Barafisa, Marabataba Ode, you know. But we're working on it. And actually, we are working on something that's really going to be massive. Unfortunately, I can't share details now. We're launching it Youth Month next year, June. And Soweto is definitely going to be the first areas that we're going to launch that initiative in. So, yeah, we're coming. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. Good day, Hudi. Hi. I'm Dineo from Winterfeld. I'm basically into food. Okay. So farming, basically. So how can you help local farmers? Whenever we are based in Hammanskraal, how can you help local farmers take their fresh produce? And if you expand here, how can you help? Oh, okay. So can you hear me now? Yes. Okay. So how can you help local farmers in Hammanskraal to deliver fresh produce to households? And also, when you expand your business going forward, how can you help other areas around Hammanskraal? Thank you.
Yeah, this question is thing with my team because we have plans. But I think I'm gonna share because you know. So we're working on something, right? It's going to be really, really big, and this is why we're starting this thing so that we can help the farmers, you know, people who sell products, and put them in one place for our township markets. So next year, June, they're gonna hate me for this. Next year, June, we're launching our own groceries stores operating in the townships. So now, from next year, you'll order groceries via our app, and they'll be delivered to you. But that's what we're working on. Why? Because our townships, the tuck shops are gone. Imagine if everyone in the townships was working. Literally. Imagine if everyone in the township was working. Imagine the type of townships we would have. Ho strike you narting because re go mmerekong. Right? Ho na le watwa na ke go mmerekong jo ke tla bona he ke bo mmerekong. So we're starting that business. We're also going to start our full chain of tuck shops to compete with Labaits. To compete with those guys. It's something that we're working on in the background. So super exciting. And for me is with Delivery Speed, yes, we can hire these few people, but with groceries, we're already looking at getting space Kobabelehi to get the factory up and running. So the products, Tamokasi and whatever, won't have to struggle. Hotena go Spa, go ShopRite, to go Pick and Pay. They have a platform. That's get la felleta more.
Wow. Today is the second time I'm saying wow. What an event, I'll say that. My name is Tsepo, Mrs. Tsepo Mdage, and I'm the founder and director of Shangila Holdings. I've got a wellness spa called Carousel, and we've got products here at Cliff Cafe. But most importantly, I'm part of a network here in Hammanskraal called Pathfinder. Hoodie, there's just something you said that resonated so deeply in my spirit when you said you guys are giving the notes, motivational notes. So last weekend we had our mural festival here in Hammanskraal where we've identified a couple of walls and we're writing a message of hope. Just to give two, go to Temba City. One says they thought they buried us, but they did not know that we were seeds. And another one says we are coming for everything they said we can never have. So that was intentional as a community of Hammanskraal to say that Delivery Speed sees on door-to-door knocking and giving them hope. We caught it as well, and I like the fact that we're in the same tribe and in the same family because also you spoke about it, that you need to first change self, you know. So I'm saying that there's a wind of change, Hammanskraal, and we're just so blessed to be in the season where there's Khudirachetes of this world emerging from Hammanskraal. So to the rest of South Africa, watch out for Hammanskraal.
Sanwana, ekamang Sanel Siwe. I think my question or comment is not far from the lady who just left. But I am Sanel Siwe, I'm the life coach. So I liked Nami that part of giving quotes, motivational quotes. So, and then you read something, you guys have a therapist. So I wanted to know, a therapist, is it for your employees or for it also accommodates me as a customer? And then secondly, when you give me that code, automatically I'm gonna eat my food with so much joy. Go by manje, wow, okay. And then, but now I'm more concerned, when you give someone a code, chances of you touching a nerve. Maybe you gave me a code, I'm just going through a lot. And then that note comes, immediately when I'm done reading, the scooter is gone. Dude, I wanna talk to you. I want you to hear me. Vele, you just pressed a nerve. You are literally gone. You just dropped me the notes. So as someone who is a life coach who works a lot with people's emotions and problems, I always find it very good to just sit down. There's a difference of Unjan. Hi Unjani. unjan, are you okay? You know? Good, okay. Yeah, it's things like that. That you now tend to, engazuti unga in person, like sibonane so. So especially if now uti, you give me that note, that code, and then you left. What do you do after? Because you just press the nerve, wang shiya kanjalo. And then thirdly, ukuthi maybe, since you already have a therapist, angazi, how can you jingle around this, but find a way yokuthi, now that I have a coach, how do I follow you? Will you be able to help me? Because we don't just come across people I'm comfortable to talk to. Mhlampe ngizokulandelela kanjani, maybe consider dropping a food and also checking up ukuthi, how are you, or things like that, and then go back now, not just do the scooter sokudla, but to come and check up and say, how are you? Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. I think, look, we are always learning as a business, right? We are always, I mean, even for me sitting here, I told Glenda, you know, I'm going to come for the whole event because I want to be a sponge. Like, I want to hear so much from other people, right? And what you're saying, it's something that I'll definitely take to the team and see how we can make it work. So the therapist that we have now, it's for the team, because we understand the growth, you know, that we're growing at. It's scary, right? Sometimes I wake up and I'm just like, Mara right? And it's, if you're not mentally ready for that growth, you know, you panic, you do all sorts of things and you lose it, right? So the therapist, its purpose is to come in and make sure that with all our personal issues that we're going through, we are okay. With the growth that we're having as a business, we are okay. And I think, just to close off, generally, us as black people in the townships, we are already, you know, have so many things against us. And we have these businesses. I mean, I'm happy to see so many businesses from Hammanskraal that are trying, right? People are really trying. And we have one tool that we have as, you know, young people, which is social media. And we need to start talking about this thing, especially as black people in the townships, to say, how do we use social media to take us to the next level, right? Not to use social media to tag delivery speed because your order was late, right? How do you say, look, I understand delivery speed is late today. Can I contact them? Can I DM them and say, guys, your order was late. I was not happy with this driver. This driver said this and this. But the moment, if your order was, because things happen. I mean, we try to deliver kanako in all of that. But things some are out of our control. If it's raining, yes, the order might be delayed. But you have to understand that we are trying, right? We're trying to give you the best. But the moment you go onto social media and you haven't spoken to us at all, and you just put all those details and trash talk us, imagine the amount of people that are going to see that have not used delivery speed, and they're going to be like, delivery speed, I'm not going to use it. So I think, especially for us as black people, we need to be conscious on how we use social media. People are trying, like we're trash talking businesses that are trying. Have you DM'd them? Have you told them, guys, I didn't like your chips today. They were too oily. Please do something. What if other people like them oily? And now you're going on social media and trash talking them. And this is someone who woke up and said, look, I'm gonna open my own quota franchise or whatever, and start building. And you, because you have access to data and a smartphone, you just trash talk them. It's bad. And I think in closing, for me to say, as black people, especially how can we use social media to grow each other, right? Because we have this tool. We didn't have this tool 20, 30 years ago, but now we do. How do we use this tool to take all these businesses that are operating in the township and make them better? Let's give them feedback. Let's not trash talk them. Thank you.
Thank you so much. This guy loves the brand. The back of the phone, delivery speed key. Yo, I know. Power. Ladies and gentlemen, please can we put our hands together? Delivery speed. We have a gift for you, my brother. So once again, what's inside the goodie bag. All these items have been purchased from our exhibitors. Mopani, worms, it's a barbecue. There's also, shower gel, there's water, there's a t-shirt. There's all sorts of products from our local exhibitors who are with us today. So we say thank you, my brother, and we wish you all the best. We're blessed that you've shared this vision of yours on our platform with the people who are here, So we heard it first, and we'll be ambassadors of it. All the best, and God bless you, brother. All right, time. We're moving to our last item to announce the winner of our pitching competition. La lo bona o tsohe mare no sa pitch, like our pitch mare o tsoile. Yeah, ne? So, before I call up the pictures and say, how it went, please can I have Vuyo, Nonji, and Mutibedi come on stage? Please come and join us on stage. Please can we give them a round of applause? Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So, how we're going to announce it is there's no positions, right? We'll only announce position 2 and position number 1. But there were 6 pitchers who pitched today. And we'll announce them and congratulate them. They say everyone is a winner. But today there's only one. Only one. All right. Are we ready? Carol, please can we have the envelope? For 6543 in no particular order. Steve. All right, in no particular order, Tato Nambo from BGP Steel and Manufacturing, please can you come up, my brother? Nah, man. Hey, man, wow, double up of fire, man. Vada, sure. Vaya, yeah, a jumper stage. We have, can we please get his gift? Well done, my brother. Please take a picture with him. Get closer, yeah. There's the camera. All right, next up is Lulama Chauke. Inside, so my brother, you receive he gets a T-shirt. He gets a powerful DVD by Billy Selikani, The Power of a Dream. There's lotion, there's natural skincare. Congratulations. And to our pitches, you can go back and watch your pitch. Like, oh no, I said this and it was power. How do I improve? How do I get better? You want to get better, right? Next up, we have Monkey from Bread Express. Monkey. That is Monkey from Bread Express. Please, can we give a round of applause? Can we? All right, and then lastly, before we get to our top two, Mpo, Bukaba or Bukaba Holdings. Bukaba Holdings. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Bukaba Holdings. All right, we are down to the last two. Please, can we have the envelope? Akutsugile mara wa pitch. All right. Down to the last two. Before I announce the last two, Busi, please, can you come on stage? Delivery ka speed. Go diragetse. O ile kae? O deliver. Hey, the man of business. O kae man? Interview. No, he must come. He must come. He must come. Please, can we get him? He can do the interview after. We need him on stage. Oh, the man of fast. Like, what's on stage then? Or ka speed. Zogala. Yeah, it's hectic. Come through, my brother. All right, Tsakani Baloyi. Please, can you come on stage? Likeleto from Password Kid. Please come on stage. Kopareba Chapeling Matso as they come on stage. This is our top two pitching competition. Grand prize of 50,000 rand. Please come and join me on my side. Please come on my side. Brother, please come on my side. So these are our top two finalists for our pitching competition. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Amazing. This one has got an app, powerful app. She's operating in a male-dominated industry, doing amazing. It's inspiring. So now, it was tough. It was down to the wire. What separated position 2 from position 1 was only 3 points. Only 3 points. Whew. Please, can we get a drum roll? I know there's no drum, but imaginary. Ladies and gentlemen, in position 2 goes to Tsakani Baloyi from Chiveto Panel Beating and Respray. Congratulations. There is your fantastic. Can we? No. When Emaka, my brother, Emaka, my brother. Please, can we? Yeah, just a camera. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Tsakani Baloyi. Thank you so much. You can. All right, we have our winner. We have our winner. Can we get a drum roll, please? Ladies and gentlemen, let's get a drum roll. 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 Drum roll. Drum roll. Our winner for okay, so they want you to act like you don't. It's as if you could disappear, like we don't know who the winner is. Can we please get a drum roll? Drum roll. Drum roll. Drum roll. Ladies and gentlemen, our winner for the pitching competition right here in Hammanskraal is the one and only Keleto Lekwakwe from Password Kid.
Which one first?
The gift first.
Gift first. There you go. Congrats, man.
One more time, ladies and gentlemen. He walks away with 50,000 rand as the grand prize. Oh, come on. Let's show some love. Let's show some love. Let's show some love. Password Kid. Pitching competition winner right here in Hammanskraal. Well done, my brother. Sogala. Ah, brother. Totally 50 to what? Congratulations, my brother. We're proud of you. Amazing app that you're running. I'm just going to give you the platform for a minute. What would you like to say to other entrepreneurs out there?
First and foremost, thank you to T for the opportunity, and thank you for other entrepreneurs who were pitching alongside me. It was tough, like our host said. And lastly, there are a lot of pitching competitions out there that just don't get discouraged if you didn't come out with this one. Keep on applying, keep on following T. They're going to direct you to other pitching competitions. And lastly, to all the parents, to everyone who has an instinct in them to start protecting children, to start saying no to child abuse, to start saying no to child abductions, please download the Password Kid app and let's start practicing child safety. Password Kid.
Thank you so much, my brother. So, yeah, he's our winner. And he walks away with the grand prize. And we wish you all the best. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, Password Kid. Thank you, my brother. Picture? Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Well done, my brother. Thank you. Congratulations, champion. All right. Position number 1 and position number 2, you'll also receive a Nedbank pocket pause. So we just need to get your, courtesy of Nedbank, thank you so much. We just need to get your details and then we'll make sure that you receive that pocket pause. All right. Unfortunately, we've come to the end. Did you enjoy? Yes. Should we come back again? Yes. Should we come back again? Yes. All right. So just in closing, as we close the program, just on behalf of T, I mean, ki Saturday, ki weekend, ki 29, it's 1:30. You are still here. It says a lot about you and your personal investment. So please give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you. We appreciate you. Siyabonga kakhulu. Thank you so much for coming out, for showing T some love. Today's session will be on our Facebook page. It will also be on our YouTube channel. So you can go back and watch and rewatch. I mean, from Lazy to what Tabang was dropping to what Busi was saying with Glenda to like a lot. I need to go and watch it again. So you can go back and watch today's session. Please share the love. Share the message. And yeah, We will be back. It's been such a beautiful afternoon, beautiful morning. I'm just now going to share with you. Are we ready at the back? Jay, we ready? So, 10, okay, we are not ready. I will be back when the team has told me that they're ready so that we can just direct you in terms of the flow of the food. There is food for every single one of you. We're going to have a taste of the drive through Kota. Like, Kibone Mawan Karai, man. Ki Kota or King, eh? I want to go to you shanke oh don't know do so that's what we're gonna have for lunch. But we just want to say lastly, our exhibitors are still here. They haven't left. Nedbank is still here. If you still want to get a pocket pause, network, continue to meet new people, to share your business cards. And then lastly, to our online audience, I think there's Lisa and then there's Nomusa. You've been with us like since 7 o'clock and you've been sharing your comments. We want to say a big, big thank you. We appreciate you and we love you. 19th of November, we're in the Northern Cape, Kimberley. We look forward to seeing you 10th of December, go Orange Farm. So thank you so much for the love. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Hashtag join us for tea. Hashtag together, Beke Libeke. Let's continue to retweet and show the love. Tanko is thank you.